Okay, sounds good.
All right, I think we are live, folks in the
We're
chat.
live. We're real.
Yes, preliminary sound check before we jump over to the main thing. Can you guys hear both Wazy and me?
I mean, it's more important if you can hear me, obviously, because I'm funnier, I think. So.
I don't think you're gonna be able to not hear Wazy.
I'm very loud. We actually had to turn my audio up. That's why it took us so long to start today.
Okay, Penguin says I can hear both of you. Naked Snake's here. Naked Snake says yes. Okay, good. Let's jump over to the actual game layout and we'll get started. We'll need to test the game audio once we actually get stuff loaded, but let me do that. I'm using
This is going to be the true audio test.
All right. I'm using the retro games layout just because God Hand is in prehistoric aspect ratio.
Are you saying it's retro?
It's from 2006.
That's rude. Some of the chat members are from 2006. You can't say that.
Wazy, that's 15 years ago.
Raku, don't do this to me.
Isn't that terrible?
That is terrible.
It means when I play like NES era games, which are from the 80s, they're like 20-something years old. Okay.
Sour Lad, you don't know God Hand? You are in for a motherfucking treat.
All right. So you guys can't hear any game audio because this is part of the preload. I was going to ask Wazy, before we get started, do you want me to play the game in French for you?
Oh, man. Since I'm Canadian, I feel you should, but I want you to know. I know 4 words of French.
I don't think it's dubbed in French, though. This game doesn't have subtitles, which really sucks.
It's not dubbed. It's just, it lets you get the illusion of French.
I have no idea. Because there's no regular subs, I don't know if they put captions for the other languages or if it's just dubbed in other languages.
Can you speak Español?
No. I don't speak any of the other languages on here, and people tell me my English isn't great either.
Well, you know what we should do then? Play in Dutch.
This is not Dutch.
Yeah, it says Dutch.
Deutsch,
yeah, that.
Deutsch is German, Wazy. Are you serious?
Shut the fuck up right now. We're not having this. We're not doing this.
Oh,
today.
man. Okay.
We're not fucking doing this today, Raku.
So, for you guys tuning into the chaos, because YouTube is different than Twitch, I don't have the ability to clip things, but I record all of my streams just using OBS. So if I ever have to re-upload stuff and fix audio, I have raw footage of everything that we do.
You can also hit the little subscribe button down there on the right-hand side. And if you really want, you can hit the dislike button. It won't do anything, but you can click it if you want.
My point is, if anything really funny happens and we need to publicly share with everybody the great memories, I can pull clips out of the footage I have and post them up separately. And I didn't think you'd give me something really good in the first 10 minutes, but that's great. So for everyone's convenience, we're playing the game in English, not German or Dutch to Wazy, apparently.
No, listen, I'm so bad at languages. You could tell me that this is Dutch as it speaks German in my face, and I wouldn't know. Clover Studio. Good times.
Now I need to make sure the game audio is actually coming in. And I can't hear it at the moment.
Uh-oh.
And I wonder if it's because I changed my sound settings.
You broke it. You broke it. We haven't even been streaming for 5 minutes and you already broke it.
I know why. It's because I changed the sound settings while the program was actually open. If you change the computer sound settings, it gets confused. Let me reload it. So you guys are gonna get a black screen for a minute.
Hey Matt, how do we sound? Give us the old thumbs up if we looking good. Oh, they can't hear the game either. All right.
Yeah.
We're all deaf.
Let's see if this fixes it.
Clover.
There it is.
Do you have a memory card?
This particular program allows you to basically mount virtual memory cards, and then it saves the data on them like it's reading them actual physical data. Oh boy, that's loud.
Oh, okay. You didn't need eardrums. Game is audible. Are we audible above game, though?
Yeah,
That's
so
the important part.
sound check for us talking. I can drop the actual audio from the emulator lower, or I mean my PS2, my legit PS2.
Oh, yeah, legitimate copy. Well, you own it.
I do. Yeah, folks, let us know if we're competing with the game, or if I need to drop the volume of the game itself, because I can do that.
I'm just saying, you know, don't steal things, but you could if you wanted to.
I think there's a way to upscale resolution and frames per second, but I don't know how to do that. I just like it that it plays things that I can do on the computer. Okay, game is loud. Matt's saying the game is loud. Sounds like it's good, so I'm going to drop it maybe like 5%. What really matters is that you can hear the biting commentary, but we'll also let the cutscenes play so you can hear the award-winning writing and dialogue that is Godhand. All right,
The riveting story, you mean?
it really is a tale of a generation. All right, let's try that. Okay. So before we get started, now that we have everything up and running, welcome to all the folks that are tuning in. Get ready for a ride. Get ready for a ride for those of you who have never seen this game before.
We're now legally live.
Yes, now it's official. All of the jank behind the scenes stuff that you just saw didn't actually happen, but some jank is expected because we're playing Godhand. But before we get started, for folks who may not know, I would like to formally welcome my co-host for the stream today. This is Wazy of Team Toxicure. If you...
I like that you say I'm of Team Toxicure when really Team Toxicure is just me.
You have like a group of people that are kind of affiliated or work with you.
That's true, but like I do the lion's share of the work, let's be honest here.
Okay, Wazy, the CEO of Team Toxicure, is
Yes,
here.
thank you. That's more appropriate. I'll take that. And let me introduce everybody to my co-host. Today, my co-host is Raku. He's gonna be playing this much worse than I ever did.
Hopefully, as effectively as possible, because we're gonna play this on hard. So, I'm gonna do my best to kind of pay attention to the chat, but as you guys will see, that's gonna be difficult. So Wazy's also gonna kind of help keep an eye on what you guys are saying.
I will pay attention to you, chat. It's you and me, chat.
And of course, since I know this is the first time I've done a collab or a co-host here, I just wanted to let Wazy know the only real rule on my channel when it comes to anybody is that you just can't swear. But I think she already knew that coming in.
I did know that, and I'm gonna be on my bestest behavior, and I'm not gonna swear once.
You heard it here, folks. So what I want to do, we'll let the game get started, and then it's gonna toss me in immediately. But once I get through the first section, I'm gonna take a minute to actually explain how the game works for folks who've never seen it.
Yeah, because it does not let you have tutorial time.
No, it does not. It's not easy one at all. So let's do this. Hard mode.
Wow, got quite a pair to pick that.
Our pro tag says, you've got quite a pair to pick that one, huh? He's not wrong.
Penguin says, I'm predicting that Wazy will be breaking that rule. Here, Penguin, I'll tell you what. If I swear, I will subscribe. I will subscribe to Raku.
Gene. This place reeks.
I know. Wait, you don't expect me to mop up, do you?
Come on, those guys are cake.
Not to mention, much sexier than you.
Well, your sexy little friends. They're coming for a dance.
They're still sexier than you are.
All right. Just like that, we're in.
No holding your hand here.
Oh no.
No holding your god hand.
Like I said,
Comedy.
because they toss you in, I just want to get these guys dead and off screen. Then I'll explain what we're doing, how the game works.
Oh, I can do that. Listen, how the game works. These guys are trying to punch you. Your job is to punch them harder. You can backflip away if there's danger. You can also eat fruit. When you get enough energy, you can use your god hand meter, and that does things that let you do cool moves. And the goal of the game is to not die.
It's a pretty good basic summary of the game. I meant more the actual combat system and all that. Let me get rid of this fat guy first.
The combat system is press buttons until they stop moving.
Oh, I'm gonna die. Fun fact, I'm playing this with a PS5 controller, and this playthrough is gonna destroy my controller.
Question, am I keeping track of how often you die?
Oh yeah, that does remind me. Now that we have a breather, and I'm nearly dead,
Yep.
I think, as appropriate for any sort of stream with a game like this, we need to institute a punishment rule. Because that gives me incentive to play
will
better.
Die.
Oh, I will die. In fact, I almost died in the first 3 enemies of the freaking game. I think...
Which bodes well for us, chat.
I think my punishment should have something to do with donating to Wazy's channel, because that also gives me an incentive to play better.
Because you don't want me to succeed? Is that what you're saying?
Because I don't want to go broke.
Okay, alright.
So let's say, let's run a test on this particular session. Every 20 deaths is 1 gifted sub to Team Toxicure.
Ooh, you're putting your money where your balls are, essentially.
And it's not because I think I'm good at this game. It's incentive and a challenge.
Okay, alright, okay. I'm writing it down, though, because you said it.
Sour Lad says, every time you die, do 1 jumping jack.
And Edward said, you dead, you beatbox. But, like, you would be dying so often.
Yeah, so the reason why I didn't want to do a beatbox challenge for this is because as we go, I'm going to die a lot. And I'd probably be beatboxing more than playing the game if that happened. But now that we got a breather, let me explain how the game works for you new folks. So God Hand, genre-wise, is a beat-em-up. It's a third-person beat-em-up. Your camera is oriented over your shoulder. Our main protag here, the guy with the cool coat and physics.
His name is Gene, and he's great.
Gene is great. He's also an idiot. God Hand is
a
actually,
lovable himbo.
of course, God Hand is really a game about idiots. Almost everybody in the entire game is stupid for different reasons. This game kind of functions like tank controls, similar to the way some of the RE games play, actually. If I use the left analog stick, which is my main movement, I can pan the camera side to side, and then forward and back moves me forward. So instead of having independent camera controls where you can kind of pan the camera around, you're basically pointing Gene in the direction you want to go, and then you move. And because this game didn't have a huge budget, his run cycle is literally just him walking a little bit faster and kind of bending forward. The right analog stick, which is going to be probably the most important thing to keep track of in this game, is your evades. And I know Wazy played this on her channel a handful of years back, and I don't know how much you went into the actual gameplay mechanics, Wazy, but I want to do that here just so people understand how the game plays.
I purposely go into games not knowing the mechanics.
And you could do that with God Hand, but you're going to get turned inside out because the game doesn't explain it to you.
Yeah, and that's the fun of it.
Yeah. God Hand's great to inflict on other people too, folks. It's fun to play, but it's also fun to watch other people play.
Penguin said, I've got an idea. Playing Action 52 on stream. I'm never going to let that joke down.
He asked
Forever death.
He asks me almost every stream to play Action 52 because pain.
Penguin, when's your birthday? You should tell us.
I told him if I can get a copy of the ROM, then I'd think about it. But honestly, just watch the Angry Video Game Nerd play it and see how terrible it is. There's not much else I could add. Okay. Okay.
You could add your own suffering.
I could, but that's why I'm doing this. So right analog.
Right. Okay.
Right analog is evades. If I tap it forward, Gene goes in the bob animation. If I spam it, then he goes into rapid bob animations. This will dodge horizontal and high attacks. It's invincible. As long as
oh my god, I legitimately did not know you could do that in game.
He's invincible as long as he's in the animation, but if he's coming out of it, you'll get popped in the face. Vertical attacks, things like kicks, things that hit high to low in a line will not be evaded by this. If you flick right analog back, you get the back flip. That is vertical iframes and invulnerability. So if someone's going to try and high kick you, you can back flip out and you have pretty good invincibility windows to get away. If you flick left or right on the right analog stick, you get a quick dodge. This has limited iframes, I think, while his feet are moving, but it's mostly used to get out of the way of stuff. And allows you to kind of sidestep attacks or just get away from things. Most often, you're going to be using this. Front or back dodges will get you away from most things in the game. And this is going to be a little bit of a long explanation, but I only have to do this once so you guys know how the game plays. Another thing that nobody tells you, and I didn't even learn till maybe the 5th time I played through this game, if you do certain inputs with different combinations of analog sticks, there's secret moves that the game doesn't tell you about. And you might have seen me do a couple of them when I was fighting the goons a second ago. But if I go into the bob, evade, and then I hit triangle, low sweep for free. Dodge, low sweep. It's an instant counter. If you dodge a high attack, hit him in the shins. There's a couple other ones I can only do when enemies are down, which I'll try and demonstrate once we get into another fight. But there's a whole bunch of inputs the game just flat out doesn't tell you.
Did you have to read this on GameFAQs.com?
No, I found the moves watching speedruns, actually. Like, there's this one dude from Japan who I don't know if he still uploads on YouTube anymore, but his name was Enrai Haruka, and he did a whole bunch of just videos with no commentary gameplay of old PS2 games. He played the entirety of God Hand without getting hit. Once.
That doesn't seem possible.
And I was watching him play and watching him do a bunch of like juggle and off the ground moves. It's like, how do you do that? And then I looked it up. It's like, oh, you just have inputs at certain times and those moves come out. And I don't even think they're in the instruction manual. So that's fun. And I'll show off what they are so you guys can see it. Out of dash, if I double tap and go in this funny janky running animation, square gives me a diving front flip kick. Usually will stagger people if they're not mid-attack. If I dash and hit triangle, I get a jumping side kick, which kind of functions the same way and comes in high. And then X gives me a low, hit you in the shin, slide kick out of dash. Pretty handy for speedy attacks. If the enemies are blocking or they pay attention, they'll counter you. But if you want to approach and then smack people in the face, you can use the dash attacks. Let's see. Before we get into the combos, there's a couple more things. One of the most important things, and I don't know if you've seen this, Wazy, but L2 is a taunt.
Oh
You
yeah,
could-
I know the taunt. I got taunt.
Do you know how to use it?
Well, not like in a gameplay standing, but
So if
I
you,
like just using it.
well, sure, it's for style points for one. But if you guys see the purple bar under my life is the yellow bar, which is almost empty. The thing below it, I think it's called tension. It's the purple bar that fills up as I hit enemies or take damage. When it fills up, I can throw God Hand mode, which is R2, which is like a super invincible flurry of blows. You can use it till the meter runs out. If you use taunt
Bring it on.
at the enemies and they see it, they'll get mad, they'll get pissed off and run at you, but it also fills that special meter. In addition to that, you can use taunt, which I'm not going to demo right here, I'll probably use it later. You can use it to pull aggro to get guys one at a time to come after you instead of a group. So if there's,
Or you could just make a whole group come at you faster.
you could, and then die. Like, let's say there's a whole bunch of difficult enemies and you don't want that to happen. You can get within range of the nearest one, taunt him, pull him out of the group, take him out one-on-one, pull the next guy, and manage the fight. And you pretty much need to do that on hard mode because, as I'll explain in a second, you die in a few hits.
In the old days, we called that kiting.
Yep, it's a kiting tactic. If I hit R1, you go into what's called roulette mode. And I cancel it with triangle because I don't want to waste it. That's what the little pink glowing orbs above my life bar. In roulette mode, I can run through all these different attacks and then throw them, and it depletes a certain amount of orbs. The initial ones are 1. And they do things like stun the enemies, hit them from a distance, special super moves essentially. What you can also do, which the game doesn't tell you, is hitting R1 to go into roulette mode will automatically aggro target the nearest enemy, and it'll realign your camera to point at said enemy. So if you're getting mobbed and you want to pull one guy out of the group or target him, you run away. You don't even have to spin around. You hit R1, it'll go into that roulette mode and target the enemy and point you camera-wise right at him. It's very handy. And then you can just cancel it, not burn one of the orbs. Game never tells you that.
You could also use Nutcracker, which is the best move in the game.
You mean Ballbuster?
Ballbuster, that's it.
Yes. We will do that. Probably on the demon. Alright. Last thing to explain before I explain combos, and I understand this is a lot of technical talk, but kind of explaining how...
You're not doing a lot of dying.
Oh, I will. Explaining how the combat works is kind of the fun of God Hand, but we're almost done. So last thing to explain on the UI here. I've got a map, I've got gold, that's pretty self-explanatory. This card gives me more orbs for my roulette moves. Gonna leave it on the field, it'll just stay here. Note the skull and meter that says die to the left of my life bar. That is the game's difficulty gauge. Normally when you play God Hand on easy and normal, it starts at level 0, I believe. And as you hit enemies, take them out, dodge, and basically style on people, the meter will fill up and the level will increase by 1. Each time that level goes up, the game gets harder. The enemy AI gets smarter, they do more damage, you take more damage, they evade more, they block more, everything gets harder. That happens level 1, 2, 3, and then die. Die, the enemy AI is extremely smart. And they can kill you in a couple hits. And on hard
Kinda
mode...
self-explanatory. It wants you dead.
Exactly. It's pretty much like, was it Dante Must Die mode in DMC games? Thing is, on hard mode, it's perma-locked on level die. The entire game. It doesn't go down. The game will not get any easier. Everyone is on super steroids mode the entire time. The plus side is, at the end of each stage, it tallies the different kills you get, which you see here on the screen that I've got paused. Little numbers on the levels shows how many enemies I've killed at each level, and you get paid out a certain gold bonus at the end of the stage. And so all of them are going to be on die, which is the highest payout. That's nice. Unfortunately, it means the game is going to mercilessly beat me till we get there. All right. So combat system. If any of you folks have played fighting games, God Hand functions kind of like a customized fighting game system for its moves. Here on Square, I've got 4 inputs. Right now, there's nothing I can slot in here because I don't have other techniques. I will get them as I play the game and buy them. You can basically create your own Gene and have him use whatever moves you want, with a few exceptions. And as I pick up different techniques, you slot them in here, and each one you put on the inputs for Square runs through a combo. So, for example, 4 square presses in a row goes left jab, straight 1, left hook, uppercut, and then it loops. And that's 1 button. Rest of the face buttons on a PS controller are mapped to these up here. Triangle, right roundhouse. You'll Chuck Norris them right in the face. X, high side kick. A little bit faster, hits high, can interrupt attacks if you do it right. Down and square, which I don't think Wazy figured out on her playthrough, because the game doesn't explain it, is guard breaker. Whenever enemies put up a guard to block, you have maybe 1 input to break their guard, because if you throw an attack, they'll counter and knock you off balance. Guard break breaks their guard and staggers them and puts them into a comboable state. It's really important to use. You also get a bonus for breaking guard and countering, I believe, damage-wise.
You act as if I can A, read, and B, know how to play video games.
Did you ever pause the screen and look at this?
Nope.
Yep, that would be.
I don't have time for pausing.
That'd be why. And the game, I think there's a prompt that says, "Hey, customize your combos," and then it says nothing. Charge punch.
This is called God Hand. All you need to know is you have a fist and bad guys. That's the point.
That's true. But the game's a lot more fun once you realize you can customize all the stuff and basically change how it plays. Because they start you with some pretty basic things, but you pick up some real fun techniques, which I'm sure we'll see as I muddle through it. Down and triangle is mapped to charge punch. You can hold it down to increase damage. You can also juggle enemies off the ground, which is fun. And then barrel roll kick is a really big wind-up kick that usually breaks guards and will send people flying. In a counter state, it'll launch them very far away. So we'll demonstrate how that works once we actually have techniques down the road. It's not going to matter for now. Alright. So again, kind of a exhaustive explanation of how the combat system works. Now, let's go probably die.
Let's go see it in action. That would have been a cooler thing to say there. Are you going to try to taunt these guys?
Well,
they killed that man they were beating up.
Yeah, I'm probably going to get killed anyway, but that's okay. These tiki head things pop up in set spots throughout the game. If you hit them a bunch, you get power-ups. But you got to know where they are. I think I know where half of them are. To demonstrate the... Go ahead.
What kind of power-up? Oh, just
It's random, so that's more
Okay.
orbs, which I guess I can use here.
I mean, you're gonna die anyway, so, like, why not?
Let's use Wild Pitch. This one's a ranged roulette move. Because Japan, there's got to be baseball-themed ones. And we'll usually... Oh, well, okay. Not kill them all, apparently.
Backflip from danger.
Oh. Enemies also have an aggro range. If you move far enough away from where they spawn, they'll kind of reset. So if you want to cower it out, you can.
Well, considering your health level, that makes sense.
Alright, we can grab this. And the checkpoint system, I don't remember exactly where they all are for respawns, so we'll just have to see when I eventually die. But let's see if I can get to one side enough to aggro one of these punks. If not, it's going to grab them both, which is fine, I guess. Yep. Or it'll just make them mad, but not actually pull them. There we go. Oh, hit a trigger by accident. I gotta be careful about that. PS5 controller's a little bit more sensitive than the older DualShocks. I need to be careful about that.
The thing I do like is when he does let loose his energy, the little, like, guards on his arm break off.
Yeah, I think it's called the deistic brace that suppresses the god hand, and then when it wears off, it flies back on and puts itself back together in his arm. The game doesn't tell you that you can use that either. I think it's a prompt on the controls screen, but they never say, hey, if you get into a pinch, throw god hand mode and nothing can hurt you. Not until, they don't even tell you what that thing is until you get to the first boss fight, which is going to be a while. Alright.
The way you can avoid that is just by whenever you play a video game, just press every button possible all the time. Oh.
That's one. Count it.
Yeah. I got it.
If you notice, he did a double jumping kick, which is a vertical attack, and I tried to bob it. You can't bob verticals. I would have had to backflip it. But now we're back here. See if we can...
Thanks, Penguin, for helping me count.
Alright. Oh, I wanted to explain that one.
Penguin's on my side on this. Penguin, how many do you think, at the end of this stream, how many deaths do you think we will have racked up?
Triple digits or bust.
I'm gonna confidently say 35.
Okay. Let me see if I can...
35 deaths, because you spent 45 minutes telling us about the game instead of getting punched in the face.
35 deaths per level or total?
Yeah, total for this stream.
Oh, this stream. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, like, a total of you playing this game. I don't know, I'm going by stream.
Alright, it may happen too fast for me to demonstrate, but one of the secret moves when an enemy is down, if you hold up on the left analog stick and hit triangle, Gene will do like a high kick where he holds his leg like right up to his face vertically, and then he drops it down. That pops enemies off the ground, and you can basically air combo them, and the game doesn't tell you can do that. It's one of the secret moves. It's very handy for juggles. And then we have the fat man.
Here he's coming.
Oof.
He's waddling his way. Let him waddle his way over.
So that reeling animation that you see there is what happens when you break a guard. And you get kind of a sound cue when you do that. It makes kind of a shatter noise, like so. And you can do things like chain kick people against the wall. And the enemies take more damage in that staggered state, I believe. Alright, let's get these guys off the villager.
So do you know all these facts, or did you study them before you started the stream?
I played this game a lot.
Oh, okay, they were just like in your brain.
Yeah, I had to learn all this stuff. Alright. This guy died before we could save him before, on my last life.
Yeah, he's running.
Yeah.
But he'll give you a food if you let him get to his safe spot. He'll give you some health.
Yep, because Gene is your standard hero, there's tons of these villagers hanging out that are in trouble. You save them, like Wazy's saying, and you get food or power-ups as a result. Very handy. You can also hit them by accident. If you use something with collateral damage and they're in the way, they'll die and you get penalized at the end of the stage for every slain villager.
Boring.
Ooh,
So it's good. So you can be the God Hand, but you don't have to be a merciful God Hand.
Oh no, you could just be, you could go genocide run on this if you really wanted to.
Yeah.
But you're going to take a cash hit for it. Alright. This version of the roulette orb power-ups, this is three orbs, and I only have 2. Alright, let's see if we can get one of these mofos over here. Yep!
You should have hit them with the ball.
Alright. 1.
You're
Spike.
making some progress, at least.
Better. I'm a little bit rusty. Admittedly, I didn't practice this game for today because that wouldn't be any fun. Alright.
Because your suffering is the true reward.
That's right. I'm here to suffer for all of y'all's amusement.
Bring
Alright.
it on.
I think they're too close together. That's fine. You, out. Ah. I have my finger on the trigger for R2. That's enough to set it off. I need to be careful about that and stop wasting my god hand.
Here's my question. Can the enemies ever regenerate health?
No. They don't regenerate health like over time or anything like that. Which is good, because that would be incredibly annoying. Okay. Alright. Still doing alright. I wasted my god hand though, which is not good.
Well, that's your problem.
Yep.
Or it's not this guy's problem, because, like, that's good for him. That's
Here's the
good
juggle.
For him, that's good for me, that's great for chat, like, we're having a good time.
This guy sitting at the table, every time you knock him out, automatically spawns the first demon. These have a chance, have a chance to just, oh come on, randomly spawn from enemies from this point forward. And, wow. My ball buster hit the table. I don't think I've ever seen that happen before.
Wow.
So, we are going to cower it out of
Those
there.
cherries outside are looking real good right now.
Alright. The demons have a super powerful moveset and they're very fast on hard mode.
I see this. There. Wow.
Yeah.
So what can you even do? Can you just avoid? Is it just avoid?
You could. I want to fight him toe to toe because I got a technique for killing him.
Okay.
Normally
Alright,
I'd throw
that's
God
fair.
Hand there, but I wasted it.
Yep, yep,
So now we're back to the beginning of the game.
yep.
I was going pretty well too up until then. Welcome to hard mode.
Sour Lad asks, doesn't the PS5 controller let you adjust the sensitivity, or am I thinking of something different?
It might on a PlayStation, but it's hooked up to my PC, so I don't know how you do that. I just need to not rest my finger on the trigger. It's fine. Sit down.
It's Penguin Party says it's Sonic 06 all over again with the deaths and starting over.
This game is much more lovable than Sonic 06.
Aren't they remastering Sonic 06? They're remastering some Sonic. I don't know what they are.
Well,
One of the Sonics.
for an all-new generation of suffering. Uh-oh.
Oh wait, is Sonic the 06 the one where he makes out with a human?
I think so? I haven't played it. I think Penguin was playing it. Ask him.
Penguin!
Alright. Health would be nice. No health.
Nope.
Alright, let's try a different strat this time. Let's get this guy out of here. And I'm gonna go for La Bamba, which is kind of a splash area of effect. Roulette technique. Does more damage kind of in a radius to clear guys out. Uh-oh.
If you get hit once.
I'm absolutely boned.
Yeah. Oh, you gotta go. You gotta go. You gotta leave, man. You gotta leave, man!
It's alright. Are they following me?
Sure.
I didn't get the tiki head though, which sucks. Everything's fine. This is fine.
Fine, it's fine. We're doing great. We're doing great.
Me
Penguin says they remastered Colors, and that's a good game. 06 is the one where he makes out with a human. Worst game I've ever played, and bought for $20 as a meme.
You paid too much, Penguin. I told you this before.
Yeah.
Even for the
That's way
sake of the
too
meme. Paying $20 for Sonic 06 is highway robbery.
Sour Lad says Sonic 06 where the girl becomes a furry and realistic Eggman.
Ooh boy.
And Edward says, was that a Los Lobos reference? Probably doesn't matter.
Los Lobos, La Bamba.
Yeah.
He's talking about the song, you know, La 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 Bamba.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I bet money it is, Edward. There's gonna be a lot of interesting references and gags in God Hand. In fact, we can talk about one of my favorites.
Is it the "You're Not Alexander"?
Uh-huh. You've heard the enemies say it a couple times as we've been fighting. They'll kind of shout, "You're not Alexander," or they'll say, "I'm brutal and ruthless," or "My defenses are impregnable, my style's impetuous." They'll cycle through those different lines. Now, I know where it's from. Wazy, do you know where that's from?
It sounds so familiar.
All right.
Why do I know? The last one I know.
All those quotes came from a really old post-game or post-fight interview with Mike Tyson. It was Mike Tyson. I forget who he fought, but he fought somebody, and he was kind of just going off and popping off, and he starts going through these quotes like a crazy person. He's like, I forget who he beat, but he's like, yeah, the guy thought he was all good. He's not Alexander. I'm Alexander the Great. You know, I'm brutal and ruthless. My style is impetuous. My defense is impregnable. And he's going through all these things. The people who dubbed God Hand and wrote the dialogue put that in as a reference. And it is one of the most obscure polls I've ever seen in a video game. And it's awesome.
Well, to be fair, that man has probably immeasurable amount of brain damage.
Oh yeah, like he was definitely on another planet when he said that. But it's one of the reasons why God Hand's so endearing, because of course a game like this is going to have a reference like that to something obscure and random.
Oh, you got the titty mag. That gets your hand meter up, everybody. So if you must know, that helps your God Hand.
For the sake of progress, I'm just going to throw it again. Just to get through this. Uh-oh.
Okay, alright. You say sake of progress, but that's not what I'm seeing, my good sir.
He's done.
Penguin says, I could have brought Disgaea 4, but the freaking disc had a crack, and it was the collector's edition.
Uh-oh, I'm going to die. That sucks, Penguin. I got the kill, but I didn't get the item.
3. Yep.
Is that 3 or 4?
That was 3. That's only been 3. So
Yeah,
you're doing better than you anticipated.
Oh boy.
You know, everyone, this is actually a really great game, and if we ever get past the first room, you will see how good this game actually is.
Not if I get stuck in the corner. God Hand is really more of a journey than a destination.
Penguin says, I've seen that interview, that was hilarious. And Edward says, did any of them say, I'll fuck you till you love me, bitch?
That would have been such a good line to put in, but I don't think there's any super coarse language in here. We might get some a-holes, but nothing super blue. That would have been great.
Penguin says, where's the Doomslayer when you need him? And also, yes, confirming, you have only died 3 times.
Part of the problem is when enemies grab you, you have a really short window to respond and get out of whatever they're doing, or they deal free damage. And if you're at the threshold to die, you can't get out of it. It'll just kill you.
Penguin, I'm already subscribed. I don't have to subscribe. I'm already subscribed.
Where is it?
Also, I was reading a comment.
How's Homeboy doing?
Not well. He's sure getting his... He is doing as well as you have been. Let's put it that way.
He's fine. Alright, let's do this. Draw aggro. La Bamba.
The major difference between me and Raku is, at least when you subscribe to Raku, it's free.
Let's piece out of there. Also, just so chat's aware, the rule about not swearing isn't actually true. Waz and I were joking around before we got on stream, and she mentioned earlier that she'd do her best to try not to swear. I said, you don't have to do that. Just relax.
Well, you're like squeaky clean VTuber boy who never swears.
Right,
Like
but
pure innocent baby child.
But if I cared that much about all of my content being super say-so and clean, I wouldn't have invited you to co-host. I would have said, Wazy's too rated R for my channel.
That is the meanest thing you have ever said to me in my life. And that's including all the shit talk on Twitter.
But that's not true. The reality is, Wazy offers good color commentary.
You're doing this to yourself. Like, I don't even have to commentate. I could just sit here and watch you die repeatedly. And in my head, imagine that you're on easy so that I feel good.
Another thing as we're going through here, power-up drops are complete RNG, whether they're from the tiki heads, from boxes, from enemies, from what have you. So you might get lucky and get a bunch of health. You might get coins for money, or you might get squat.
Are you sure you want to fight this man without your god hand meter?
I'm gonna try and fill it up.
Okay, alright, okay.
Let's see if we can get away from the table. The demon threw some...
Oh, so you don't...
Yeah, the demon threw some
take it again?
projectiles that actually aggroed the table. That's why I died last time. Like, I don't really care if I keep having to do this part over again, but I want to kill this guy and get the thing he drops.
Penguin says, should I start praying to RN Jesus?
Couldn't hurt.
Pray for help. Pray
That was-
for help and titty magazines.
That was a
need
pummel
those.
prompt. When you hit an enemy with enough attacks, whether they're punches, kicks, or what have you, they'll go into a dizzy state if they don't outright die. And then you basically hit face buttons for Fist of the North Star and or JoJo reference. And you can pummel them for free hits. Alright. That's not a save point, by the way. That's just an important fight I need to get through.
Oh yeah, if we die, we're going back to the beginning, everyone.
So I picked up right hook 1. If we look at, let's see, 5, 3, 3, 4, that's fine. Straight 1 is 4. Yeah, it's fine. At this point, speed is better than power because we want to be able to do fast hits quickly, but eventually we want to optimize combos for damage. Because when you're in God Hand mode, you could just spam attacks and it goes through your punch chain, top to bottom, and then infinite cycle. So you want to be able to capitalize on hits when you do that. Alright. Okay, he went back to his chair. Nope, never mind.
Sit back down. Let him sit back down. He's chilling. Let him chill.
The Bomba's only 1. No reason to save it. Suckers. That sweep move also picks people up off the ground. I could do that all day, but I won't get anything for it. Alright, we've made progress. I still haven't hit a checkpoint yet.
Yay!
Alright.
We're doing awful.
Let me try and reset the enemies. Basically, you can either go through the front and get that, or go from the side and get them to pop into.
Man, this is concerning. Like, I'm having the anxieties, like, every time that you stop a combo, because I know that his move comes up, and, like, watching the little sliver of your health, it's very concerning to me.
Yep. Welcome to God Hand. Let me see if I can outrange these guys and get them to reset, because I don't want to deal with 3 dudes right now. I got a plan. Got a plan.
You heard it here, everybody. We can't handle 3 dudes. Hey, isn't there's stairs in the back, though, isn't there?
There's more
Behind
stuff to
those
get
buildings.
around here. Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
But I want to get out of range of those fools. Let's see. Where did the
sure
fat
you're
man drop? Yeah. I need a lot more stamina if I'm going to handle that many dudes. Don't take that out of context.
Oh, it's already been taken out of context. The first game stream I ever saw of yours, you talked about balls
wow, that didn't
for 45 minutes.
That did
You
not.
keep messing up that fucking table. What do you got against that table, man?
No, the ball buster landed, but it didn't stagger him for some reason. That's weird.
Well, that was 4.
I think we hit a checkpoint. Fortunately, because
For your sake, I hope you hit a checkpoint.
but you have to get
you did.
you have to get the gate to open.
Okay, all right.
All right. Okay, we have progress, folks.
We did. We got 1 checkpoint. 4 deaths and 1 checkpoint.
Oh, I forgot about this guy over here. He's got something we can use. Hey, sucker.
Bring it on.
Do it. You could also beat people with the 2x4.
Yep, that's the plan. So I wanted to demonstrate something that I've been doing that I didn't really explain and the game doesn't explain. Kind of like a fighting game mechanic. When you throw an attack, any sort of attack really, you can evade cancel. In other words, you can cancel a frame of animation and do something else. So like if I'm throwing punches and I don't want to wait for the chain to reset, I can throw a dodge in between and it resets the chain. See how fast the animation comes out if I do that? It's tricky. It's tricky timing.
Okay, I see.
But if you're throwing a bunch of punches and the enemy blocks and you don't want to hit their guard, you can bob cancel, reset, and then go for a guard break. And you pretty much have to learn how to do that. Okay. Oh, camera. Oh, camera. Alright.
Or you could not do that and play this game on easy and have a good time. And meet more than 1 checkpoint in an hour.
Yeah, but then you lose internet bragging points. Isn't that why we do anything on the internet?
No, but then you just lie on the internet. That's also how the internet works.
Okay, I think it reset everything after I took out the first guy, because that's when the gate opened. So it's only the fat man now. Which
Yeah.
means you take
You
him
leave
out.
that table alone.
That time he did it.
Still.
A really fast window to counter out when they grab you. On normal and easy, you can pretty much start hitting the joystick or the analog stick at any point. On hard, if you don't catch it immediately from like 1 frame, they get the damage.
And it's a lot of damage, too.
That's a lot of damage.
That's an awful lot of damage. Penguin says, I just use the internet for fun and to share my thoughts on media. Well, Penguin, I hate to tell you this, but you might be using the internet wrong. You need to use the internet for lying and bragging. You don't necessarily need to do it in that order, but you could.
Well, if you become a content creator, then pretty much everything you do is for either financial gain or bragging points.
Oh, yeah.
Love it.
I mean, I
And-
guess you can also use the internet for sharing your thoughts on media, but those better be controversial thoughts on media.
This is true. All right. We're making slow progress.
We opened a door. And if anybody must know, this game originally came out on PS2, so if you're like, why do textures keep disappearing and stuff? It was PlayStation 2 and it was a great time. Best console. Fight me.
I'm not fighting you on that. PS2 is great.
It was great.
That's what got me into Persona.
Oh, good.
And SMT proper, since I played Nocturne first.
Oh no, I'm a wimpy baby and have not mastered an SMT at all. I've played them. I've played at least one. I can't remember which one, but I played one. And I sucked at it because my strategy is usually just be stronger. And that doesn't work well when you have to have a strategy.
Now, speaking of SMT, I told you I've been playing SMT 5. I'm at the end of the game. One of the bonus fights is against the pro tag from Nocturne. You know, Tattoo Boy?
Oh, yeah.
And he is ridiculously strong. Like, I have a maxed out team of level 99 demons, and I get smoked in 3 turns.
I like that those games have secret bosses like that are just like, hey, would you like an exceptionally hard fight? No? Too bad.
Who else lucky counter?
Persona has, at least in 5, they have ones where you can fight the previous 2 pro tags. And, of course, the fight with whoever your Velvet Room attendant is in all of the Persona games.
That's right. Either Elizabeth in 3 or Margaret in 4, right?
Yeah, and then the twins in 5. The twins or a different one in 5. No spoilers here, but there is the twins fight, and then you can fight somebody else.
Right. Okay. We're making progress, and
Okay.
I need to think of some strategies here. So before I move on, because I like talking about background on God Hand, kind of as a way to tell me that my timing is good, last week, or maybe it was the week before, a content creator on YouTube I follow, back from the Super Best Friends days, is one of the guys from that group, Matt McMuscles. He's from Canada, if you never followed their content, Wazy. Anyway, he did a whole mini documentary video on the development of God Hand. It explains how the development happened, who's involved and whatnot, and then kind of how it became this underground classic. And also he talked about the IGN review, which is pretty funny.
I like that you say that he's also from Canada, as if I'm just like expected to know every other YouTuber that's from Canada, and like we all hang out.
I think the Super Best Friends group are the best content creators that I know of that came out of Canada, and they're my favorite YouTubers for a long time while they were making their content.
That's true and fair. I'm just saying. You're saying it as if it's like, oh, they're from Canada, as if it's like Canada's not fucking big.
Hashtag not all Canadians.
Hashtag not all Canadians.
Okay.
I think they're from Toronto anyway, which is like my enemy, so.
They're from Montreal.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, even worse.
Okay.
Also, Matt has corrected me and said the somebody else is Persona 5 Royal only, Wazy. Which okay, fair.
Okay.
Still, there's secret bosses in Persona 5. That's what I'm saying. All right,
They're
just
humility
here.
checks.
I've got a strategy for you. Okay, you're just gonna run up and you're just gonna hit him as quick as you possibly can.
You talking about Hammer Guy?
Yeah, that's your strategy.
I got a better idea. Throw a
You gonna
projectile.
Yeah. Okay. That also works. Yeah, there you go. And then just stomp him into the ground until he dies.
Yep.
Well, you. All right. Okay. All right. Well,
And
that
then
works.
I get hammer. And
Yep.
I throw a projectile.
It's good strategy.
I need to lure this guy out because once I get close to the gates, some
It's
friends.
open, but I think that gives you another checkpoint, if I recall correctly.
No, more dudes show up from behind. And if you get through that, then you get a checkpoint.
Oh, okay. All right. That's fair. Penguin also plays Persona 5.
Oh, balls.
Fun times. It would be cool if the demons also had a demon hand thing that they could do to murder you
They
with.
don't need it.
I mean, I know, I've been watching you play for a while. I'm just saying it would be neat.
Well, I was lucky.
Also, I apologize, chat, if anybody has been saying anything. I just did the same thing that Raku always does, which is have talk chat instead of live chat on. So I apologize
come on.
if I have been missing messages.
He had a sliver of health left. Yeah, that sucks. I
Yeah?
have live on, but I haven't been watching the chat.
That's fair. It's just it was my job to babysit chat, and I fucked it up. I fucked it up.
We were one enemy away from the checkpoint in this zone. one enemy and a
Well, you
demon.
know what you gotta do is get better, I guess.
Yeah. Get good, as they say.
Yeah. Penguin says, that's how you get ahead in this world. Not with kindness, patience, or words, but with wrath. And a really jacked right arm.
Oh.
Oh, hello again, Kiwi. What's going on? I'm co-hosting.
Get planted.
I'm doing a great job. And currently, you only have to die 30 more times for me to be right about you dying 35 times in this stream.
Is Fat Man back? Fat Man is back.
Yep.
All right.
You don't have to go punch him.
I want the meter.
All right, okay, all right. You know what? We all choose the way we die, in a way.
Pummel prompt for the fat guys is a bunch of knees to the face. It's called Stinger. Not to be confused with DMC style stingers.
Penguin says I'm fired. That was a Batman reference. I'm sorry, Penguin. I apologize.
Penguin is our resident.
Wait, you can't fire me. You don't pay me.
Penguin's our resident
Technically,
movie quote guy.
Raku could fire me.
I don't pay her either.
Yeah,
Well,
you guys are getting paid?
Well, not for this stream at least. Technically, I pay Wazy for her streams.
Yeah, that's true. Sourlad says, when you heal in game? Yeah. When the boss heals in game? No. Edward says, bitch-ass YouTube always defaulting us to top chat. Yeah, why does it do that? Why? Like, listen, you know, Raku, you know I appreciate and respect you, right? Like, even marginally. But, like, why YouTube? Like, I'm not saying Twitch is great, because, like, Twitch also sucks anus. But I'm just saying.
I have no idea why.
Okay, alright.
I would like to know that. Uh-oh, I'm gonna die.
I love asking you questions right as you have a sliver of health, because it makes me happy.
Out of here. I could use an orange. And because Gene is a manly man, he can open it with his bare hands and doesn't need a stick.
Raku, shut the fuck up. You can shut 100% up.
If you thought
right
you were gonna
now.
get through one of my streams without me making fun of your orange sticks, you are tuned into the wrong stream.
Listen, it's a real ass orange. I'm eating real ass oranges here, not wimpy oranges. I can't get into it with my fingers because we have strong oranges. It's not my fault you have baby oranges.
Or weak fingers.
Yeah, alright, let me catch up on chat for a hot minute. Kiwi says, Wazy, you have a 2D image for mic on, mic off. Why are you using your VTuber model? Because I wanted it to match more for Raku, because I was like, the very cartoony style wouldn't really match his, so I changed it over.
Yeah, I didn't even know she was gonna do that.
Yeah, well, it's also because I have for, not my Friday stream, but my Sunday stream, I'm playing Zelda again, so I updated my model, so I have a Link hat on. So I was like, why not just update it? And what is this game? Is that a freaking Japanese cowboy game? I mean, you're not wrong, but you shouldn't say it like that.
We are in unspecified world that is probably not like Earth.
We're in Earth Light.
Oh boy, no dodge.
Oh, alright, okay, alright.
Got it.
Sorry. I'm very bad at catching up chat. Well, that's 6, so like, you know, we're doing real good for Jets. Penguin says, I'm the guy that quotes and references movies and games. I know you are, Penguin. I'm just dumb and don't know them.
Fun fact, all the money I get from killing goons doesn't go away if I die. So, I do get the money.
So you're just racking up cash.
Yeah, but I get penalized at the end of the level for how many times I die. It doesn't take money away, it just gives me less.
Raku, I'm gonna need your help for a minute.
Alright, give me 1 second. I'm getting double teamed by some dudes.
I don't know how to pronounce this name, and I'm gonna fucking butcher it. And so, like, I'm on your stream, so I feel you should say it first, so that I don't seem like the asshole.
Okay, give me 1 second. I'm just gonna finish these dudes off. They're double teaming me pretty hard.
Finish your men.
Yep.
And then please, I see you in chat. I will reference you as soon as I know how to pronounce your name without sounding like an asshole.
All right, I'm clear. What we got?
Okay.
Oh, Atsushi Hoshikun?
Yes.
Atsushi.
Atsushi. Hello, Atsushi. Sorry for the delay.
Coincidentally, like Atsushi Inaba, who worked on this game from Platinum/Clover.
Oh.
But welcome to the stream. We suffer here. Or I suffer and my co-host laughs at me.
I was gonna go, you suffer, and then everybody in chat makes fun of me for oranges.
I didn't see. Is someone else making fun of you in chat for oranges?
Both Penguin and Sour, but like I expect that from Sour. And Kiwi, I guess. Kiwi says, I'm the guy that makes fun of Wazy sometimes. He talks about my life. And my one allergic reaction.
Ooh, boy. That's gonna aggro the other dude, though. Alright.
Yeah.
They killed two of them,
listen,
though.
if I was standing there minding my own business and somebody threw a dude into me, I think I would be pretty aggro, too.
Hit him with an awning? There's a lot of destructible terrain in this game, and if you manipulate it correctly, you can stack damage up. If you manipulate it wrong, you will take damage instead.
As Penguin says, grass grows, birds fly, sun shines, and brother, I hurt people. Hi, Senku! Are you enjoying watching Raku die with us?
Get out of here. I'm talking to the fat man.
I will not get out of here. You will not mute me in your own stream. You're too busy dying to mute me.
I'm not trapped in here with you. You're trapped in here with me, Wazy.
Are we sure that's true?
Probably not.
I mean, all you've got on me is the orange thing. And like, I've got on you already 6 deaths.
Actually,
playing God Hand.
Since a lot of folks joined the stream as we were underway, they may have missed one of the most damning clips, at least of recent memory, in that Wazy doesn't understand how to read German.
Really?
I'm clipping it.
And that's a fault. No, hold up. Me not knowing German is a problem. I, an English-speaking only individual, doesn't know how to speak German, and instantly, that's like a grave sin.
Bring it on.
Okay, Wazy, what's the word for Spanish? The Spanish word for Spanish.
El Español, I think.
Español, right?
Yeah.
What's the French word for French?
I don't know.
It's Francais, right?
Oh, okay, yeah, Francais, yeah. Et Francais, I think.
Of all of the major languages that someone could speak that are well known, how did you not know Deutsch was German? Do you think Germans call their own language German?
Well, because, like, that's not... I am in Canada, so French makes sense. I'm close to the States, so Spanish makes sense. I don't come in contact with a lot of German. I'm sorry. I don't wake up and look over and see Germany, okay? Besides, what do Dutch speak?
The Dutch?
Yeah.
I don't know any people from, like, the Netherlands, but I'm pretty sure just Dutch. Because I had a roommate who was from Holland.
Then how can you be mad at me for looking at the word Dutch and thinking, oh yeah, that's totally Dutch?
Because there's no E.
Because it wasn't spelled like Dutch.
Then why would you think it was Dutch?
Because it wasn't spelled like Dutch, but it kind of looked like Dutch, so you kind of know how, like, you know how it is with sometimes a word that's kind of like English,
Would you give
Like, when
someone
you
a
look at
Deutsch
it-
oven? No.
Well, no, but like it was just like we were talking about, where it's like El Español for Spanish.
Espanol, not El
Yeah.
Spaniol.
Listen, Rocky, I need you to be on my side here for a hot minute. Okay?
Let's try and get
you
through.
to, I need you to do me a solid and fucking agree with me here for a hot second that it wouldn't actually necessarily look like the word Dutch. Okay?
This is not a scripted demon, by the way. I'm just really unlucky. The only
Are you
scripted
sure? 'Cause
demon.
I'm very sure that's a scripted one. Like,
I don't-
I get that one too.
I don't remember. I thought the only scripted one in this level is the first one with the dude at the table.
No, I swear one of these back alley ones is a scripted one.
Well, whatever, he's done. It's possible. I don't remember. They would do that just to make your day difficult on hard mode. All right, chop. Let's take a breather. Let's relax.
You've killed 71 dudes though, so that's pretty good.
On the first stage, on the first screen of the game. Isn't that great? All right.
Edward says, Wazy and Raku about to throw hands over languages they don't speak. Hey Wazy, what's the similarities between a criminal and a clock covered in cement?
Who said that? Was that Penguin?
Of course it was Penguin.
Well, riddle away.
Riddle me this.
Let's see. I'm gonna put uppercut in here. I put chop at the end because it's the most damaging and kind of the slowest move. It's a good finisher for a chain. So if we were to spam our square combo, it would go right hook, straight, uppercut, chop. In that order. And we'll see how that
Trying
works.
to see what Atsushi's sad news is. Atsushi, what is your sad news? Tell us. Sour Lad says, Wazy and Raku, you should play Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? Penguin says, my prayers to RN Jesus failed me.
Still fine. Pray harder. Okay. Oh, okay. Fat guy's gone. Villager's over here. Let's do this.
Did you try being better at this game? Did you try that yet?
No. I'll try that now. Uh-oh. Okay, got one.
Eat those cherries before you die.
You can't do it in mid-combo.
Yeah, you can. Or, well, not mid-combo, but you can, like, stop kicking him for 2 seconds so you can not die.
I love it.
I could, if I'm fast enough. Alright. Goons
You
are dead.
could if you weren't a wimp.
Nice. Thank you.
How long have we been doing this? An hour and a half? Almost an hour and a half?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. And you got 6 deaths. But but I will remind you, you spent like 45 minutes explaining the game.
Hey, look at that,
And
save
not getting
screen.
punched in the face.
We've made it. Stream over.
We did it. We did it, everyone.
We beat God Hand.
We beat God Hand. Roll credits.
Stage 1 hour. That's pretty funny. All right, before we go back into me getting fisted, let's go look at the shop. Explain
you ever
that.
think before you say things, or do you just like open your mouth and let it happen?
Banana. What?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Exactly.
Change costume. This is on a cleared memory card. I've beaten the game on this one. We'll worry about costumes later.
What are you talking about? Why are we not in costumes now?
You want costumes?
Yeah. Why are we not wearing cool costumes?
Well, I figured for folks who've never seen the cutscenes, they'd want to see the characters in their original costumes. Since it
That
changes,
doesn't-
I think it changes everybody. Well, let's find out.
You don't know that. I don't know that.
Some of these costumes are spoilers too. Like Carnival,
Oh yeah, that's true.
Carnival, I would rock the entire game, but that needs to be experienced in probably the next
Yeah.
stream.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe we should just stick with original.
We can switch them up later, maybe. All right, so shop.
Penguin says also the answer to his riddle is they're both doing hard time. And goodbye, Atsushi. Have a good stream.
Did we ever get the bad news?
No, because it would be self-promoting.
Oh, okay. Let's take a look at the shop.
He says Wazy is pretty, or Toxicure is pretty cool, but Wazy may have had some second thoughts. I was actually in a chat with my friends earlier today, and like we were talking about Friday, and I was like, "No, I'm sorry, I work till this point in time, so I'll be there later." And they were like, "Well, tell your boss she's a bitch." And I was like, "All right, fair."
I thought you meant like the song. You guys were having a discussion about Rebecca Black's timeless classic Friday, which...
I mean, yeah, that's the greatest song ever written. Are you buying Pimp Hand, or are we just gonna?
I'm looking at the chat.
Okay.
All right, so to explain the shop, as you get money, I don't have a lot right now, but you can buy more techniques to slot into your chains. And there's some good ones that I'll be investing in probably a little bit later. For now, I don't really need them. In addition, we can buy roulette moves, and they'll populate as we proceed. There's none right now. You can also buy actual permanent power-ups to our hit points. Probably the most important thing you can get in hard mode. Puppy Pizza is your tension meter, your god hand meter. I don't think it's actually made of puppies.
I hope not.
Samurai Sushi, this gives you another attack on your chain of square attacks. So right now I've got, what, 4? So you get up to 6, I believe. So you can chain more moves together by getting the sushi. And there's some other ones that give you orbs. I think your max roulette orbs on hard's 4? We're going to save our money for now. Honestly, they're not going to help me too much at this point in the game.
If I can be honest, I've been watching your gameplay, and I think you need all the help you can get.
You want to see how much one of those health power-ups gives me? It doesn't even give me enough to withstand one punch.
Oh. Well, that's sad, and that sounds like your problem.
It is.
Sour Lad says, "Hey, Raku, you got your Twitch recap yet?"
Here, I'll show you. I'll get the $9,000 one. Or 9,000 gold.
Okay.
So, like, maybe a really light fart's worth of additional hit points.
It looks like it's bigger.
All right, I'm not going to follow up to that. What is a Twitch recap?
It's an email they send you that's like, "Hey, you streamed this much," or "Hey, you watched this streamer."
No.
Okay.
I've not gotten one of those.
Okay. Why do you ask, Sour Lad?
They do that at
Also-
year end, like the end of the calendar.
Pretty much. Sour Lad already got his kind of thing, and I got mine. Kiwi says, "Well, Wazy, you got to tell it to your
Let's
boss.
say
Go to the
enough.
bathroom, look in the mirror, and then say, 'You bitch.'"
Cutscene.
I'll search for their base from here.
Much better.
Gene, are you listening?
Have fun. Got nothing to do with me.
We'll let this one rock.
Impossible. Yes.
Must be hunting season.
I think that weird filter is a result of the software I'm using to run this game.
It's time to get to business, Gene.
No, it's because of his salute. He's remembering.
Sure, as intended.
What the hell? Huh? Check your back, smartass. Son of a bitch. Damn it, Olivia!
Now we get Olivia's name.
I love her so much.
She's so cheeky. Alright. And just like that, we are thrust in between three dudes. Let me see if I can break aggro.
As it should be. Sour Lad says, so this guy just eats fruit for health? What is this, human Pac-Man? I don't think Pac-Man punched people.
Bring it on.
Kiwi
Bring
says,
it
okay,
on.
but why is the lady wearing clothing with fuzz on it in a desert? It's because she's not very smart.
Because Japan. That is the answer to most questions.
Because character design.
Alright. That move is the pop-up I was talking about. Very handy for getting people airborne, and then if you hit up and triangle again, you get that spinning launch kick. And the game never tells you that.
And you can juggle them that way.
Yes, free hits. And it gets people out of your face, too.
Do you get like a juggling meter like you would in
Oops!
a Devil May Cry?
No, you don't. You just get kind of a comboable state. And I think it auto-launches enemies across the screen if they're airborne when you do certain moves.
Bigwood says, actually, Pac-Man punched people in Pac-Man World 3.
And Smash.
Oh yeah, you get smashed too. Yeah, that makes sense. Olivia is now wanted for attempted murder.
I will explain the kick me sign as soon as I get through this.
What's there to explain about a kick me sign?
Or I won't get through it. There's actually a thing with it. I gotta kill these dudes first. How many was that?
Are you
5?
No, my
6?
dude, that
7?
was 7.
7?
That
Ah.
was 7.
Whew! Not a good start.
Not a good start. We've been doing this for an hour.
I meant to the encounter.
Oh, okay. All right. That's fair.
These big wrestler guys with the purple are kind of a heavy enemy that gets introduced in this section. They got more HP and slightly different moveset than the regular grunts we've been fighting, and they're more dangerous as a result.
They also hit harder.
Yep. Okay, so before I go try and fight this guy, the kick me sign, which Olivia puts on Jean's back in the cutscene, will stay on there till you either throw God Hand mode or use a roulette move. So if you don't use God Hand or roulette for the rest of the game, you can go through the rest of the game with the kick me sign, and you can do what's called a kick me sign run. If you want to prove you've got the biggest balls on the planet, you can do that.
Oh. Oh.
I'm not going to do that. I have no balls.
Oh,
And-
alright.
I'd like to show off the rest of the game more than anything else. Uh-oh.
Okay, does that mean the next stream you're gonna put a kick me sign on your
Uh-oh.
avatar?
I could do that. Except you don't see the back of my avatar.
Well, you can put it on your chest.
It's a good idea.
Penguin says, you guys probably never heard of, or sorry, Sour Lad said, you guys probably never heard of the point-and-click Pac-Man games. And Penguin says, actually, it's Pac-Man 2, The New Adventure. I also heard of Pac in Time and the party games and the racing games.
What about We're Pac, a Dinosaur Story?
Is that a real thing?
We're Back, a Dinosaur Story is, but if you're going to no-sell my joke...
Yeah, because I don't know if you're shitting me or not. Listen, I'm not gonna no-sell your joke. I'm going to no-sell your joke because you just delivered to me like it was a real, actual fact that could have happened.
I demand a new co-host. I feel like that's a
Fucking-
reference Matt would have gotten.
Maybe not. Maybe not. You give him too much credit. We'll see. We'll see. We'll have a co-host off. You can co-host with Matt, and you can see who's the better co-host. I personally think it will be me, because I'm great and delightful. Oh no! Go fight the fairy.
Oh, we're gonna do it.
Good.
The thing about this is it saves your state when you get through it. I think if I lose, it's gonna just pop me out and I can try it again. But if I beat this with like a sliver of health, then I gotta go through the next section with a sliver of health. But the challenges are good for getting cash, so we'll do it.
Yeah, and you spent all your money, so we need to get more money. So if anything, this is a good idea.
These get exponentially more difficult as you proceed through the game.
He says, what was your first CPS? Like
Oof.
CPS case? Like Child Protective Services?
Is he talking to me?
I don't know. I don't know. Kiwi, whom are you referencing and what is CPS? Because my brain goes, Child Protective Services.
Real quick, this particular bat-wielding wrestler guy is one of the more advanced versions of those enemies you fight later in the game as regular dudes. Alright, let's try that again. Pretty doable.
Kiwi says, make me co-host. I'll just use text-to-speech. The
Yeah, there you go.
entire time. And also, apparently CPS means clicks per second.
Oh, I guess that makes sense. A lot of button pushes per second in this particular game.
Penguin says, hail Satan, give Raku strength. We've given up praying to RN Jesus. We have to pray to, I guess, clicks per Satan.
Whew. Drop it.
Penguin says, don't make me co-host. I'll be just annoying to have. I imagine every line you say, Penguin, would be a riddle.
Or quote.
Yeah.
I should have gone back for the bat.
Yeah. Should I be counting these as deaths? Because I kind of want to.
Nah, these challenge ones don't
Like,
count.
I know they're not. I know they're just challenges, but I kind of feel they should be deaths.
Maybe count them separately. Because
Okay.
it might take me 15 tries to beat this. Admittedly, maybe you can make that a second gift sub goal.
Okay, yeah, I've got it on the bottom here.
I was looking up how to put a counter in OBS for streams. There's a way to do it, but it's a little bit annoying. But then I'd have to manage that as part of the stream.
Yeah, the way I saw to do it was like to actually set it up to be a button you press.
Wow.
And like if you have a stream deck, you could just constantly hit the button.
Yeah, you just hit it.
You are not doing great.
Man's got bats.
He's got bats.
At least it reloads quick. It's not like I have to go through an entire section like the in-game checkpoints.
That's true. Penguin Party says, or a lot of pun, I do those. It's how I annoy coworkers who are always negative.
With puns?
Yeah.
There you go.
And then Kiwi is talking about iPixel Sky Wars. Apparently, you start on a floating island with 11 other players. You get item in chests and you kill the competition to win. So it's just Fortnite.
Is it a battle royale game or like an RPG?
I don't know.
I'm listening with one ear while trying not to die.
There's kits you can get in it, and the best kit is the armor kit. and it gives you stuff at the start of the game.
Sounds interesting.
And Penguin says he drives us bats even without shark repellent.
Whoop. Didn't get the La Bomb up. I might be screwed this round.
I can't wait until you surpass deaths on either one.
Gonna happen.
It's slowly happening. It's getting there. I can feel it in my little bones. I know you're gonna lose this one, obviously. But if you die 2 more times after this, you're gonna have beaten it. You'll have died more times in the trial than the actual game.
He spawned behind me. Yeah, well, admittedly, this is a lot faster death. It either goes south in the first 10 seconds, or I get to the end and I die. I do want the money, though.
Does it give you money for just punching the guys in this?
No, because they don't drop anything.
Oh, okay. Well, see, do you even have Minecraft? I own several different copies of Minecraft. Do I play them? No, of course not. What do I look like? A weirdo?
I was gonna say, what do you look like? Someone who likes money?
What do I look like? A YouTuber?
You should do a Team Toxicure Minecraft server.
For a stream challenge I did. It wasn't even a challenge. It was an extra life thing for last year. We did an open server where I just let everyone come bully me. And I tried to build a house. And then people just continuously bullied me for like 2 hours.
I see.
That's the thing, I can't have like open things. Because that just means, oh, the doors are open to fucking make Wazy's life miserable.
Oh, the suplex prompt wore off. That would have got me the win, I think.
It would have. Now you just gotta try to get it again. You're doing better this time than you did before, I think.
I'm also on a time limit. As if this wasn't difficult enough.
Well, yeah, but you've got like more than 30 seconds, so I wouldn't worry.
Get out of here. Alright, we're good.
You almost did. It took you 5 tries. Technically 6, because you beat it on your 6.
Yeah, no problem. Now I have no health.
Yeah, that's fine. Don't worry about it.
I haven't hit a checkpoint, so if I die, I don't have to do that again, but I have to take out all the dudes, I think. Or it would start me in this state back there. I don't remember.
Well, there's only one way to find out, and that's to die.
First, an Easter egg.
Okay.
She's still there.
Well, yeah, she locked you out. Can you throw that barrel at her?
Yeah, I wish. Nope, my kick me sign's gone because I used roulette.
Yep.
Oh well.
That would be funnier if it just made enemies stronger when you had that on. Can you backflip off this bridge?
Nope.
Or
You
does
can
it
kick enemies
follow
off it though.
Oh, okay. Also, Penguin and Sour Lad are congratulating you for winning. And Penguin is saying it's now Donkey Kong.
Fat man slapped me.
I saw that.
Oh, it's not even Saturday.
This isn't your usual Thursday night routine.
Hey, it dropped me back here and it filled my health up. How merciful. And I got an orange. Everything's coming up, Gene.
Yeah, see? So, technically, doing that challenge put you in a better place.
It
So,
did.
you're welcome.
I would have done it either way.
Shush, you're welcome.
let me take credit for all your decisions.
I didn't say all your decisions. I'm just saying the good ones. Remember how I said you should A, punch harder, and B, also do that challenge? Yeah, that was me. That was me doing good things.
There he goes.
Goodbye.
Well, Wazy, I'd say you were a good cheerleader, but really you're more of a snark dispenser.
No, I'm like your coach. I'm like the assistant coach. I'm not very good at the job, but it's all we had the budget for at the time. So you know what you're
It's a bad
the
place.
advice you're getting.
Getting sandwiched between enemies is a good way to get your teeth knocked out.
Go get your orange. Go get your orange slices.
I need an orange.
I love it.
The good old assistant coach Wazy having orange slices.
No better cure for the demonic hordes. Like, story-wise, all of these enemies we're fighting are disciples of the big bad, who's like a evil demon who is sealed away with the god hands. And so these are his disciples. That's why demons sometimes pop out of him. So really, this game's about going on a crusade.
You're doing good work. Sour Lad says Fat Man looks like an overweight
Bring it
bootleg
on.
Kratos.
Bring it on.
Kiwi says, Wazy, I thought we were friends. There's no cringy crying emojis, so it's just sad. I know, because this isn't Twitch, so we can't have custom emotes here. We have to use YouTube's shitty emotes. There's a cat in a box though, and people elbow bumping. Huh? How do you like that? How's that for some emotes, eh? Eh?
Well, here's a bit of a predicament. I have one enemy on the map left in order to clear it. I can either go for style points and take him out, or I can go for progression and just leave him, because it's not required to kill all the enemies in his zone. So,
I think you should take him out. You need money, don't you?
I do, but you guys want to see the screen again?
Well, I'm just saying.
Alright. Actually, let's do this. He's almost dead.
Yeah.
I
see?
forgot he took damage already.
Yeah. See, best assistant coach Wazy. Now you'll get some free points for beating him up.
He didn't drop anything, but yes, I will at the end of the stage.
Listen, sometimes the reward comes later. It's like after the ball game. Whether you win or lose, we're going out for ice cream.
Hey, cutscene again. Let's check out the villains.
And this is where I learned the word
Arthur,
pendejo.
As the newest member of the Four Devas, you had better have a good reason
In Dutch.
for calling us here.
I've discovered
Rock,
the one
I
in
swear to
possession
fucking
of the
God.
God Hand.
Sure about that?
I can feel it.
Look at his left arm. He is a god hand.
God Hand is so blasé. Call me the Devil Hand.
I don't care what you call yourself. I don't trust dirty humans.
Your kind is so incredibly stubborn.
Humans will be nothing but worker bees creating honey in our paradise.
I can think of other things to do with mortal men. So many uses. They can be such wonderful toys.
You loco, chica, no way! Let me deal with this human cabron.
Shut up, fat ass!
Get your legs off my table! Elvis, find out if this human truly is the God Hand. You're the boss.
So that's our introduction to the four devas, the antagonistic force in the game. The ringleader, the demon in the suit's name is Belze. The large, big chungus, Hispanic, cigar-smoking dude is Elvis, and he is awesome. He is a really funny character. The succubus-looking lady's name is Shannon, and the Keanu Reeves, Leon Kennedy guy with the tattoo and other god hand is Azel.
Excuse you, his name is the Devil Hand?
His name is Azel, and he is going to be one of the biggest walls in the game in about 20 hours.
Kiwi says, why is there a ball buster move? So this is Japanese Wild West where you are on a crusade to crack nuts. I mean, yeah, technically, yeah.
If it wasn't there, the question would be, why isn't there a ball buster? If you're going to fight demons with your fists, you need a mechanism to kick him in the junk.
Matt's favorite is apparently Elvis. Penguin says, it's because it's Mortal Kombat. And Edward goes, yo, they said the title!
Need the air horns. The devil hand is so edgy.
You beatbox and you can't make more convincing air horns?
No. I couldn't think of something clever to say. That I was like,
as you consider.
I was like, she's not wrong. Okay. Basically, the takeaway from that cutscene is Elvis is coming after us, and we're in another section of the level. The first entire zone or level is this sort of Wild West place with the awesome surf rock music in the background. Godhand has quite an eclectic collection of locales, and just as an eclectic of a soundtrack, as we will experience as we proceed here. Actually, I can do this, I think. You're there. Let's do this. I'd like to pull... you're fine.
Just hit them both.
No, that's why I'm throwing it, so I don't do that.
Listen, assistant coach Wazy is telling you, if you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
Not close enough.
Also, Penguin says it's time to fight the penguin. He said that earlier, I just didn't get a chance to read it because we were busy watching a cutscene.
Oh, that's got some range.
Mm-hmm.
He has the same moveset when holding a weapon as the red guy in the challenge that killed me. Basically, when he starts going side to side with the baseball swings, if you just duck and sweep, you'll knock him over.
See, if you know how to do this, then why didn't you do it?
I tried. I just failed at it. Because I need to get good.
I guess. Next time you let me co-host, I'm gonna put a little coach, like, visor on my avatar. That way you'll maybe listen to my advice.
Do it.
And a whistle. Because all good assistant coaches need a whistle.
I was thinking if I had my loop set up for the audio, then I could program in sound effects that I have on buttons. But it would completely change the audio setup, and I don't really want to do that for collabs.
I was gonna say, and with the amount of trouble we had setting this up. See, what you should have done was got the stick first.
I'm saving it for next couple of rounds of guys. There's more.
I know, but I'm just saying this guy has been causing you problems. I don't know if you remember this or not, but he killed you last time. So my advice is to not die, and a good way to not die is to hit him with a stick before he can hit you with a stick.
Stick strats. I think it's funny that you can block while holding the sticks. Does that make sense?
No, it actually kind of does, because, like...
Get
You're
out of here,
protecting your face with a stick.
big prince-looking mother. All right, he's done.
Yay! Ampa Pampas.
Bananas will heal more than the oranges. And strawberries, which the game has not seen fit to grace me with at all this entire playthrough, are full heals. Okay.
It's because you're not doing very good at the RNG portion of this.
It's sticked. And I don't know if the drops are worse on hard mode. I don't think it matters. I think it's just completely random. Okay.
Kiwi says, I can't think of anything funny, so you could just say, you beat his stick. And Penguin says, banana slammer.
Come on and slam. And welcome to the cutscene.
Poison Chihuahua.
Poison chihuahuas, because why not?
If you want some blood serum, come and get it.
Boy, what a bunch of jerks. So you're on a timer here. Homeboy on the ground is slowly taking damage over time while the goons run off with the antidote. Let me see. Okay. Oh, I forgot there's one in here too. All right. Beat it.
I like how you're like, oh yeah, we're on a timer. As you just like backflip around the atmosphere for like no reason.
Style points.
Yeah, style points. A man is dying.
I don't know why villager guy here is not leaving. I'm trying to hit him.
Also, other assistant coach Edward says, bad RNG, just get good. Like, we're all trying to help you here. Everybody in chat is trying to help you, and you're just not listening to our good advice. So, like, you've died, like, 9 times in a row now.
The sad thing is, after this I was thinking about playing Dark Souls. You know, in 6 months when I beat this.
In 45 years.
Orange. Give me orange. Alright. I need something to throw at these. Oh, hey, look.
Just run in.
That's bad advice, coach.
Penguin says, I knew chihuahuas were aggressive, but not deadly. Oh no, a chihuahua could kill you if they wanted. They are little assholes. I hope you don't explode the poison, man.
Ah, he's alright.
Hi, Naked Snake. Sarah says, I'll just be watching it on my TV, so I'll be half dead and not talking but existing. That's fair.
And oh boy. Oh boy.
Ooh, bad time.
That's a new one. That's a sword demon. They have a slightly different moveset and they're more dangerous than the purple ones.
And if I recall, this one is not locked in. I think that one's random.
Yep.
So, you know, you earned this. You earned this, buddy. This is for you. This is especially for you.
Got a plan. I need
Okay, what's your
the
plan?
berserk card.
Okay.
Now where is
Okay.
he? Where'd he go? Oh, there you are. Berserk card basically lets you do God Hand combos that can't be broken, but you don't have invincibility. So you can just throw attacks and they can't be blocked or countered until it wears off. We got reverse sweep.
Penguin says, any plans for an F-Zero stream? I already asked for an Action 52 stream.
Maybe on a retro game stream, Penguin. You sucker. It would have been really embarrassing to die there.
Kiwi says, the demon has no visible balls, yet the ballbuster move shouldn't do anything. Listen, it's about the the spirit of your balls.
They're internalized balls. The balls in your heart.
Yeah, if you hit the balls of your heart, if you have enough passion, it doesn't matter where your balls are. They can be in your heart, your head.
All right, homeboy's getting low.
You gotta save him.
Yeah, there's a way to do this faster, but we'll see if I can do it without screwing up. Let's see. All right, the little guy with the antidote, he runs through a sequence of buildings, like you can see him over there. He'll stay there till you walk in the door. But
if you go through a window,
if you go through the door, then this guy pops out.
Oh, what a dickhole.
That is a beginner's trap.
I see that.
Because of course it is in God Hand.
Edward said, Yokiro Taco Bell eats your carotid artery.
All right. The trick is if I can hit him with it, then it stops him from running away, and I can end the encounter. But I didn't, so I think I have to play it out. Yeah. All right, that's fine.
Try it again.
He goes into another spot, and more of those wrestler dudes will spawn, which is gonna suck. He's peeing.
Well, listen, sometimes chases make me have to pee too. Can you just leave these guys and just keep running?
I can probably get far enough away to de-aggro him. Because if I take the time to actually kill him, then homeboy will die. So let's do this.
Yeah, murder him. Yay!
Nice.
Snake says, Wazy, I will get you to watch at least one episode of Kamen Rider in my lifetime. Ha 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 ha, no you will not.
I think this gives us a checkpoint too.
Oh good. And hopefully some cool things, because you saved a man.
We get a roulette technique for this. One of the best in the game for this point. We get Dragon Kick, and now we can send dudes into the Milky Way. But
Yay! You dragon kick their ass directly into the Milky Way.
let's not spoil the song. But yes, absolutely.
How dare you? Kiwi says he was peeing because it's bad to strike a man with his pants down. That's true. You don't want to fight a naked man. That's why if you ever get into a fight chat that you don't want to be in, you just got to get naked.
Or just go for the balls. Because
go for the balls and also get naked because nobody wants to fight a naked man.
Don't forget, kids, pee is stored in the balls.
Yeah, which is why we keep doing ball busting. It's important.
Let's see if I can get through this. Okay, don't block, it's fine. Alright.
Yeah, Clicks for Satan is doing a pretty good job. We should keep praying to him. He's giving us strawberries and punches to the face.
Yeah, I'll pull the strawberry here. I don't remember, because it's been a little while since I watched your video. How far did you get when you were playing through this?
I got through the boss fight you have coming up, but I didn't save the dude, because while I was busy trying to punch a man, I accidentally entered the door.
Oh, you got through the Mr. Q&A fight?
Yes.
We will try and do that on stream today. I know we got like an hour, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's fine.
We can do it. We can do it. Technically, you can do it. Technically, we can do it because I'm Coach Wazy. I'm Assistant Coach Wazy, and I'm doing a great job.
We'll get to the fight. Whether or not we get through it, we'll see. You guys can see just how well the humor in this game aged.
Yeah, it hurts a little, everybody.
It's okay. It was a different time, and it was coming from a place of, I wouldn't say malice, mostly just that's what all humor was at the time.
No excuses, but this was what classified as edgy humor.
Bring it on.
And that's what this is about.
Time for a little fun. Bring it on.
And also Japan.
Yeah.
Come on.
Boring.
Wow,
Kiwi
lucky
says,
lucky
"Wasn't
pull.
that Yep. Kiwi says, wasn't that one of your My Hero Academia videos, Wazy? You said it twice, so it must be true. It is true.
Said what?
And Penguin, the nobody wants to fight a naked dude. And Penguin says, even if that was true, there's no way in hell I'm hiring a dominatrix. Penguin, have you not played the Yakuza series? Which is also an amazing series? Because Kiryu gets help from dominatrixes in that. And that super helps him.
Oh boy. Really, all of them? All right.
Raku, have you ever played the Yakuza series?
I have not, and it's not for lack of interest or anything. I just haven't been able to fit it in to get, because I wanted to experience the series. A good friend of mine really likes it.
Oh yeah, but that's one of those things where it's like, would you like an 80-hour game, good sir?
Yeah, like, what's your entry point, right? Like, start from the beginning, play 6 games.
There's ones you can skip.
Yeah.
Like, in my personal opinion, like, 0 is the good one. And then, like, there's a couple in between that you can kind of skip and just read, like, a synopsis, and it's like, oh, okay. Basically, all you need to know is there's a traitor in the Tojo clan, and you gotta do something about it. And that's every game. Penguin says, honestly, I don't care. If it's funny, it's funny. I still watch Jackass, Eric Andre, and Tim and Eric all the time. Didn't Jackass come out with a new movie?
It's either out now or coming out
Yeah,
soon.
out now? Okay.
I don't know. Yeah, they're working on something if it's not out already.
Okay.
Okay. I have a plan. We're not going to go in the fight yet because I don't know if you heard, but there's a bonus fairy here. So, reset the clock. Let me find her. She's around the corner somewhere. Here?
I thought she was in one of the buildings.
Yeah, she's right there. Alright. Before I do this, I'm going to run to the little Raku room real quick. So,
Okay.
Entertain chat, if you don't mind.
I got it. I got this. Don't worry.
Let me see if I can... I'm going to try and mute my mic. Try and keep talking for a sec.
I am talking right now. Maybe you muted me.
No, you're good.
Okay.
Alright, back in a sec.
Shh, Chad, I'm waiting till he's out of earshot. Hi, everybody, and welcome to the very first live edition of Raku Fact News, which doesn't sound as good, but before I thought Raku's name was Raku, or was Raku's name was Raku, and so it made more sense when I said Raku Fact News, but then I found out I was pronouncing his name wrong. So there's your very first Raku Fact News, is that I used to pronounce his name wrong. Second fact is that his left pinky is clinically bent backwards, and he had to get it surgically reinstated to bend the proper way, which is why he's dying so much at video games. The next fact is that he can put his hair into little piggy tails, and he often does this to keep it out of his eyes. In fact, you don't know this, but in stream right now, he's doing that right now, so it's not in his eyes, so he can actually see the screen. He still has the same haircut he's had since 2005, and like back in 2005, that was when emo culture was really big. Don't worry, chat. I'll get to your sweet comments in a minute. But back in 2005, he was a big emo. So to keep the hair out of his eyes, that's why he had to oh no, his avatar's moving. That means he's listening. I mean...
What I missed?
Yeah, nothing. We were talking about licking doorknobs being illegal on other planets, like Penguin said.
What was that about emo hair, Wazy?
Nothing. Let's talk about 2005. you know, the year that Penguin was born in, you know?
That one hurts a little bit.
Good. Good.
Okay, let's go bonus mode. This one's a little different from the other one, so it hopefully shouldn't take as many tries to get through.
It's
This
okay,
is
I've got space to write it down.
well, there's no deaths. There's no enemies here.
Oh.
This is a time trial, kind of like in Street Fighter 2 in the arcade back in the day when you
Oh,
break
you
the
just
dude's
punch
car.
your car.
Yep, but you got to do it before time runs out.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. Comes down to how fast you can move.
Just God hand your way through it like you should all your problems.
I could, but then I'm not gonna have it for the next fight. And you know what's
Remember,
coming.
Chad, just God hand your way through all your problems. You'll gain it back through the next fight.
All right, let me try and do it without it
You're
first.
holding onto it like it's a super ether and you're in a fucking, the last dungeon in a game and you're like, oh, I have 99 ethers, but what if I need one? I can't use it. You've got 35 seconds to destroy this car and you're not doing so hot, if I'm being honest. That car looks still pretty drivable. Like, I can take that. I wouldn't pay a lot for it, but I could still take it off the lot. You got 20 seconds, yo. You're not, yeah, you're not.
I want to see how far
I
I can
don't
get.
know. I don't know. I'm just saying, I could still legally drive that. No one would look at me funny.
All right.
Yep. Okay,
We'll
alright.
throw it. I forget. I think this is cash again.
Maybe.
But I have to move around it, which is the tricky part. I can't just spam one section. Which cost me a few seconds, but that's fine.
What you make, you'll make it up in punching ability. See, look
Yeah.
how fast you're going now. Destroy this minivan! Quick, before the kids get in.
Still be somewhat close. Problem is you're just super weak at this point in the game.
Too bad you can't ball bust through the car.
If I had roulette moves, I could use them to get through faster as well.
This sounds like a you problem.
Yep.
You got like 10 seconds.
Yep.
I don't know if you're doing it. I don't know.
Ha! Through despair, eat it. My hand is sore. It's a lot spamming.
But at least you got some money.
Lucky drop? No. Alright, if we clear the crates out in the area, see if we get any more lucky drops, and then it's on to the first official wall of the game. Which means
Your
nothing
first
we've done up to now was a
mini-boss.
wall. Yeah, mini boss, not even a stage boss. But that's fine. Technically, I can go to the shop and see if there's anything I can afford. It's not a bad idea, because this encounter's tough.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see what we can buy.
Penguin says, ladies and gentlemen, I have some bad news. I did not get the job at Fruit Loops. My body is now your communion. Please eat from me.
Is that a quote from something?
Considering it's Penguin, yeah, probably.
I don't recognize that one.
Edward says, so what is this so-called up dog? Well, you see, Edward, when a mommy dog and a daddy dog love each other very much.
You almost said baby dog. What's wrong
I
with you?
did. Well, like a lot, but like honestly, we only have an hour left in stream, so like we don't got time to go through the entire fucking list, yo.
Fair.
Snake says play this on an arcade stick.
There aren't enough analog sticks on an arcade stick, otherwise I would consider it. That'd be fun, because you need two analogs. All right. So I'm going to swap some of the stuff out for what I just bought since they're higher damage. Right hook. I think I'll leave on the first chain since it needs to be quick. But maybe we can go straight one into long and swap it for long straight one. Not stupid PS controls. All right.
You heard it here first, everybody. He likes long, straight ones.
That's right. For maximum penetration damage.
Kiwi says use 2 arcade sticks taped together.
Put spinning back fist in there. And chop has been okay, but I think it's too slow.
Yeah, but that spinning back fist is not gonna be your friend.
It breaks guards.
Yeah, but you're gonna get hit.
It's mostly used when I have an opening to throw several things in a row. Realistically, these two are the ones that matter because if they block, then I'm going to dodge, cancel, and restart back to these first two. I'm not going to go 1, 2, 3 because the level die AI blocks too quick. If you go 1, 2, 3, this one will break guard if you're quick enough, but usually they'll evade or do something else. So you go 1, 2, and then potentially bail them. You're doing. We'll see if it works. Hey, we could buy puppy pizza.
Oh.
Or we can get another hit in the chain. I think we'll do that.
Man, it's your money. I'm just saying, you know.
Yeah. Well, we'll find out if I made the right decision. Let's see, uppercut. Maybe we could put chop at the very end.
Snake says use Xbox Connect for a game.
Like this? Oh man, that'd be a nightmare.
Yeah.
I don't know why anyone would want to torture themselves like that for a game like this.
Listen, I played this stupid Star Wars game on it. You know, the one that has the dance game to I'm Han Solo?
The Star Wars Connect game?
Yeah, I played that.
You really want to go hardcore and play God Hand, you need a force feedback vest to wear while you're playing it. And every time you get punched, and you get punched in real life.
People are just dead everywhere.
Get good. Or die.
Get good. Get good. It's
right.
weird hearing that come from you, Mr. I'm on 9 deaths.
We gotta hear this cutscene.
He's such a sexy man. Just my type. I'm not that kind of guy. Question time, sweet cheeks. What's the name of our boss? Elvis. E-L-V-I-S. Like I give a shit. Unfortunately, time's up, baby. Aww.
2000s humor, folks. You had to be there. Alright, this is the boss fight, or mini boss fight against Mr. Q&A. It's basically waves, and then you have to fight those two interesting fellows at the same time.
And try not to die.
Yeah, so if you didn't get good at crowd control, you got to for this fight.
Penguin says, hey Wazy, one question. Did you finish your Christmas shopping? I'm asking as someone who finished theirs back in November. You sociopath, Penguin.
You asked me
yes,
that yesterday.
I am actually done. I have completed mine. Not only have I completed mine, but I only have 3 to wrap. And those 3 I have to wrap are not in my house. They are at the house I am going to for Christmas. So, technically, yeah, I'm on point today.
Nice. Most of mine are here. There's a couple more that are in transit.
Are they gonna make it in time or no?
I think
Or
so.
is it just like,
Yeah, I think everything should be here by next week. Alright. So we got dudes. Now we have 2 large boys. Oof. Uh-oh, that's not good.
no.
Oh, cherries.
You know what?
I'm sorry, what?
You're trying though. I mean, I could see you're putting effort in. I mean, you're not doing a good job, but you're at least trying.
This isn't the hard part of the fight either.
I know.
Whew. Orange. Give me orange.
What's your least favorite fight of this game?
Good question. As far as difficulty, or just like as far as like thematically and how the fight itself? 'Cause,
Thematically, the one you hate the most, the one you're like, ugh, this fight. It
probably.
doesn't have to be necessarily hard, just like one that annoys you because it's got some gimmick or something.
Probably the dude in the cave. Like the concept
I think I know.
is interesting, but it's not really like a fun fight. And it's getting to that one on hard mode is gonna be fun.
That was death number 10, everybody.
I thought I'd have a lot more, honestly, for almost 3 hours.
Well, to be fair, it's the first part of the game. Like, you haven't hit the real... You haven't hit the shit yet.
That is
Like,
true.
if we're being honest.
Last few
You
zones of the
played-
game get ridiculous.
Yeah. You hit the first part where it's like, okay, we've got... It warms you up and is like, hey, this is how the game beats.
Uh-oh. I am backed up against a crate.
This is a bad spot. Yep. Yep. Well, you know what we were just saying about warming you up? Well, you should have been warmed up by now, so...
Can never be too warm for God Hand.
you gotta warm your hands up for some God Hand.
Whew. Oh, come on. Even the first two grunts, if they just corner you, they can kill you in a couple hits like so. That's why it's crowd control. The best way to deal with the waves is to guard break one guy and use a kick to punt him across the screen, and then just go one-on-one before he runs back up in your face. And I'm not illustrating that too well, huh?
You are not. But, like, this game is very unforgiving, especially at this point where, or like, when it's two enemies, where if you get stuck in a corner, you're fucked, yo.
Yup. Sometimes it be like that.
You don't think it'd be like that, but it do. This is Wazy on Saturday
camera.
at the shop with a cop. All
Wow.
right.
I can't see because of the camera.
Yep. Good old
See-
PlayStation 2, everybody. And that's the thing, is like, even two regular ass dudes, they get you in a corner, you're going down.
Oh. We're absolutely going to hit 20 in this fight.
Oh yeah, definitely. You're on 13, so
Yeah.
we're just on the 12th day of God Hand. Raku gave to us 17 more deaths.
Now you're just making me think of the call I was on earlier today.
All right, sorry, I forgot. You got unfortunately put into a 12 days of Christmas.
Medley.
Yeah.
And to be fair, I was talking to some of my other coworkers a while back, and they're like, "Why do you hate Christmas music?" I said, "I don't hate Christmas music, but I worked in retail." And they said, "Oh, okay. Say no more."
Yeah. It's not that I'm not a Christmassy person. I do like getting together with my family and stuff. It's just, man, I sure wish it wasn't like it be. Like,
Nope.
if other people could just chill out about it, I think it would be a lot better. Penguin says, "Hail Satan, give Raku strength."
Might need to pick another divine power. Open the book of theology. Find one with low standards.
Find the lowest standard god we got.
Whew. Alright, let's go. At almost no health.
Nice.
Okay, money, that's gonna totally... You can't eat money!
Oh boy, alright. I need to keep these guys in line so I can see what they're doing.
You also don't need to corner yourself on that back wall again.
Oh, come on.
Listen, assistant coach Wazy is saying do not get
I'm not talking to
trapped
you.
again. Okay, alright.
You're right, I'm talking to the heavy boys.
Yeah, I'm giving you perfect advice here.
Lucky drop. Orange.
Love it.
There it goes. Yeah. What I need to do is get one broken and then kick him. Otherwise, he's just gonna get up and sandwich me. And I don't want to be in a big chungus sandwich. Not on a Thursday.
That's Sunday Raku's time.
Exactly.
If you die on these grunts again, I'm gonna lose my dang old mind.
That's fair.
I'm just saying. I do appreciate that one of those guys did a jump kick off the other guy.
Oof. You had to say something, didn't you?
I did.
All right. We're good.
Because it was cool. I'm gonna be honest. It was cool, and you should appreciate more that your enemies are working together as a team.
One thing that makes hard mode more difficult compared to the other ones is the launch threshold for the enemies is super high. And you actually have to break them guard-wise or stagger them in order to launch them. Versus in the other modes, you can just hit them with something heavy, and they'll go flying. Not in hard mode. You gotta earn your launches.
There's no free launch.
Nope, no such thing as a free launch.
Do you think my commentary is helping or hindering you?
I don't think it's hurting.
Oh, damn. I was hoping you're like, actually, I would be doing a lot better if you would shut up.
Actually, if I had to constantly be looking at chat while doing this, it'd be infinitely more difficult.
That's fair. Penguin is praying to the spaghetti flying monster to give you strength because maybe that one has lower standards.
I'm down on the flying spaghetti monster. Flying spaghetti monster.
I'm just gonna, yeah.
Is that
Yeah, okay.
14 or 15?
That's 15.
That's 15?
That's 15.
I keep forgetting there's a delay on chat. There it is. We'll see if I can do this in less than 40. AKA 2 subs.
That's fair. You're currently at 14. And like, you know, if you could get to 35 and make me absolutely correct for this stream, that would be great.
No promises.
I don't need the bragging rights, but I would like them. The truest Christmas gift of all you could give me would be bragging rights.
I thought you were going to say that the best Christmas gift is humiliation.
Oh, well, yeah, that's also super dope. Like, either one of those, like, I'll take those.
It's not even Friday.
Yeah, I know. Like, you're already on my dick about the Dutch thing. So, like, honestly,
hey, you did that to yourself.
If anything, you fucking owe me.
No way. That was 100% on you, Wazy.
That was not 100% on me.
For those of you who don't know what we're talking about, you will see a clip.
You will not see a clip.
You will see a clip.
It's what's gonna happen. Listen, I've never claimed to be intelligent. All right.
Uh-oh. That flying headbutt's the thing I'm worried about since it's so quick. Ooh,
Yeah.
that could help.
Yeah. I think my downhill started for my reading comprehension started with when Jay subscribed to the channel, and I was like, oh, we got a new subscription.
Jay Thought Izzle?
It's from Jay Thought Izzle, yeah, and it was Jay to the Izzle. And yeah, and since then I have not been able to speak or read or anything, and it's like, well, this is my life now.
Was that the first instance of Wazy can't read?
I don't think it was the first instance, but I think it was the first instance that was flipped. Like, I don't think before that I was doing well. I just think that was the first time that people were like, wait a minute! You don't know what the fuck you're talking about half the time.
Whoo, boy.
This is spirit thing happening.
Well, let's at least get to the Mr. Q&A fight, and then you guys can see what it
Okay.
looks like.
Yeah. I'll try to, at least.
In all honesty, I think your funniest moment was still Valid Victorian.
Great.
I could not believe that happened, and I was there to see it.
Because the problem was that that's a real legitimate thing that happened to me. And you can just hear, like, of course, because there's always, and you know this, there's an element to streaming that is performance.
Sure.
We're not always 100% ourselves when we're streaming. But that moment right there was when, like, the facade dropped, and I was no longer stream time Wazy. I was just regular Wazy, and I was like,
Oh, that might kill me. It was like watching a worldview crumble in real time, which I'd never seen.
My life got decimated that day. Like, pretty much like you're getting decimated here. Also, Snake says, Raku, it's my birthday on Sunday. Can you wish me an early birthday?
Of course. Happy early birthday, Naked Snake. I'm sorry your birthday's in December,
Yeah.
but hopefully your birthday's awesome. Have some cake. Don't party too hard.
Kiwi says, Penguin, we must sacrifice a woman to get Neptune's affection. I thought that was Zeus. I thought we sacrificed women for Zeus, because that was Zeus's thing. Matt says, I actually do feel kind of bad for outing Wazy that time. No, you don't, Matt, because you constantly bring it up. No one believes that.
I may have to switch my move setup and put the spinning punch on 4. I want it in there, but
I told you! What did I tell you? Assistant Coach Wazy said that's gonna fuck you up, didn't she? She did. Roll the tape, everyone! Roll the tape! Thank you, past Wazy, you were correct! That's for you for later. I expect you to cut in the part where I tell you that's gonna fuck you up. Can you...
Are you done?
To do that for me. Yeah.
Are you done?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Let's try this. The best of Assistant Coach Wazy. Uh-oh.
Fucking totally.
I didn't even see the cherries on the board. But we got our combo. Anyway, what were you going to say?
I can't remember. Oh yeah, I was reading chat. Penguin says, no, Kiwi, we must steal his crown and sell it to Shell City. We're talking about Neptune.
Nope, not enough to kill.
Snake says, I'm gonna go see Spider-Man on my birthday.
Heard it's good. Looks good.
I'm just excited that they're bringing other Spider-Man villains back.
Yeah.
And like they didn't change the actors, like they went and got the actual actors.
Who are you gonna replace Willem Dafoe? No. The answer is no.
Well, no, but...
You think Toby's gonna show up?
I hope so. Like, I don't wanna say that out in the atmosphere and like ruin it, but I really hope he does. At least even if it's not like a speaking part or anything, it's like at the end when like all the other realities are closing up or something and he's there just like giving a thumbs up or some shit.
It's gotta be movie 3 emo Toby dancing like as the portal closes.
Yeah. Like, you did it, Spider-Man!
Oof. Get off me. Oh wow, I thought that guy was dead.
I was concerned he was gonna headbutt you there, but...
Yeah. Bananas.
Great.
Ah, come on.
You can't backflip away from all your problems.
Yeah, and I think you have to sidestep the flying headbutt. It's the only way to get around it.
Yeah.
Let's see if we get lucky.
It's
Yeah.
not looking like that.
The enemies do take damage from the crates. Not a lot, but it'll kind of stop them a little bit.
It at least buys you time, if nothing else.
Oof. Oh man, not fast enough. One suplex is my entire bar. I need to get through those two guys and save the bar for the dudes.
Well, see, but this is the problem: is if you don't use it, you're not gonna make it to the other two. You're not gonna make it to Q&A.
If I can get an orb drop and use some of my orbs on the two wrestler guys, then I'll be all right. Forgetting I have one. If I can get two, I'll probably be all right.
Okay.
Because I can use the charge. Oh boy.
Night, Kiwi. Thanks for stopping by.
Later, Kiwi. Hopefully my suffering amused you.
Hopefully you had a good time. Snake says, DMC taught me how to do my taxes. Thanks, Dante.
Teaching the kids life skills.
What's your favorite part of the, like, you know, the meme where it's like featuring Knuckles, and Dante from the Devil May Cry series? What's your favorite part of that meme?
You know where the Dante from the Devil May Cry series meme came from, right?
Didn't that come from Mortal Kombat?
Came from Nocturne.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Because he was in the version that we got here in the West. Which was like the Maniacs version in Japan, like their kind of royal version of Nocturne.
Oh, okay.
But they didn't release the earlier versions here, oh boy. So we got the Dante version, and so on the box it said featuring Dante from the Devil May Cry series.
Where do you keep all this random video game knowledge?
Same place as all the other knowledge. Now, I don't know if that's the only place they ever made that statement, but I saw it on Nocturne.
What first got you into video games? I don't know if you've ever answered this before, but you should answer it again.
Oh boy, that was bad. Yeah. What got me into video games? Well, I was introduced to them a very, very long time ago, before electricity was invented.
Back when all you had was rocks?
Well, I think I've mentioned it on stream before as kind of like an origin story thing, but I don't know if you were there. First video game I ever played, well, and you know it's Galaga.
Was Galaga, yeah.
Yeah, and that was in an arcade. Never played Atari, didn't own one. Ooh, orb. But playing them in arcades was fun, and then when they became home console versions on the NES, it was a lot more accessible. So I just was always around video games, and oh, come on, chain hits? And that's how I got into them. And then Super Nintendo's where I got into RPGs. Like JRPGs proper. Let's see. Oh, no, it's not fast enough.
Snake says, is SMT good? Yes. Difficult, but good.
Yeah, Nocturne was my introduction to SMT since it was before P3. I'm pretty sure on that. And playing through Nocturne and then playing P3 was dramatically different. In a good way, but not as difficult by any stretch.
Yeah. Penguin says, our minds are like vaults of random information. And Matt says, Wazy, you can't be that surprised. I also have weird game knowledge. Yeah, you do, but it's also... like, I expect that of you, Matt. Penguin says, what made you get into video games, Wazy?
Yeah.
Okay, well, first part of my video game career was just, like, my parents were divorced. So in order to buy my love, they bought me expensive things. And so I got a lot of video games, and then like mostly Pokemon because I was that age that I got Game Boys and stuff. And then I kind of, my stepdad had a PlayStation, and then the very first game that was mine that I picked out to play was Spyro, because it had a dragon on it, and I was a child and I was obsessed with dragons, and I was like, oh, this is the perfect game for me. And that was my very first video game that was like not Pokemon, that was mine.
Nice. How do you feel
And
about
then
the fact that more of the current generations are growing up with their first video game being something like Minecraft?
Not too bad, because like Minecraft is creativity.
Yeah.
Like there's wild shit you can make in Minecraft. I have no interest to do with that, or have any interest in Minecraft, but like fuck, are people talented with that shit? So like good.
Should have said Fortnite.
Yeah.
I have
Fortnite,
a nephew.
I'm like, oh.
I have a nephew who's, I think he's 6 now, and he's been getting into Minecraft, but he doesn't have like a device or anything, so he's like playing it on his parents' phone. He knows how to make redstone circuitry, and he's not even in double digits. That's insane.
Yeah, and that shit's not easy. Like, fucking. Penguin says, my first video game was the Super Mario Bros. On NES.
Nice.
Like, I've always been pretty video game adjacent, but like, as it's obvious, I'm not very good at video games. I think like I went in spurts until I found the friend group that I did in high school, where somebody was like, no, Wazy, you gotta play video games. And I was like, I don't know, man. And then they introduced me to more video games, and I was like, actually, these aren't that bad. And then I kind of became more of a nerd, and now here I am. I'm still not great at video games, but...
So I don't think I'm gonna make it through this encounter because I have no life, but we might be able to get to Q&A. Oh.
You can do it if you believe in yourself.
Not if I don't duck properly, because
Snake... Oh.
I could have taken out one dude.
You.
Sorry, what?
Snake is asking you, which is your favorite version of Street Fighter 2?
Probably World Warriors, or not World Warriors, the one that introduced all the international characters, because it had like the biggest cast. Either that or Turbo.
Matt says my first was also NES Super Mario Bros. And Snake says my first video game was Halo on the OG Xbox. Snake, also, I should say, happy 9th birthday, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah. That's sobering, if nothing else. They triggered before the other two were done. Huh. Okay. Don't want that to happen.
Penguin says that was me as well. I had a ton of friends who introduced me to multiple genres of games. Which, yeah, that's probably the best way to do it. Because, like, I didn't know many genres of games or even any games until all my friends were like, no, you gotta play this. And I remember the thing that really made me catalyst back into gaming was I was playing Final Fantasy. Like, I was doing the 7, 8, 9. Because 10 was about to come out, and I was playing that, and my friend was like, yo, you're liking those games? And I was like, yeah, I'm actually having a good time. And they're like, you gotta play Kingdom Hearts. And I was like, what's it about? And they're like, Disney characters. And I was like, that sounds stupid as hell. And yeah, that game's stupid as hell, but I still like it.
It's such an unusual premise for a franchise that works.
I know. Penguin says that's how I got into fighting in first-person shooter games.
When I was a younger lad, I did not have an immediate... A younger lad, I wouldn't say young, but younger. I didn't have a friend group that played video games. I was the only one. I didn't meet people that were of similar interests to me until I came here to Earth School and realized I wasn't a freak. It was very surreal. But I met some cool people.
Homeworld wanted to play video games with you?
Outside of like my brother, no. They're all into very different things. Which is fine, but I was always the odd person out for wanting to play video games.
Is your brother a lot like you? Like you have a lot of the same interests or anything, or no? Or is that doxing?
It's not. My brother and I have a lot of similar interests because of how we grew up, but we're very different people. He is a very outgoing social person and very like active and athletic. I am very much the opposite. Like I don't like sports. I do like to be as active as possible so I don't die. But like he's a tennis player, he's a golfer, gotten into bowling recently. He did that while he was visiting here. But yeah, we're very different, but we have a lot of similar interests. Is that the other one's popping? Yep.
Yep. I wonder what their set off is.
I don't know, because in the
It's
beginning,
obviously not beating this guy.
in the beginning they weren't popping till a little bit later, so I'm either taking too long or they're popping earlier.
Yeah. Because I wonder if it's timer based. If it's like, hey, timer runs out, or hey, you beat the other two, like whichever one comes first kind of thing.
I know the two big guys that jump in through the windows pop after you beat the two heavy guys.
Yeah.
So maybe it's grunts, time-based, and everything else is after you clear. I'm just a little bit sad I'm not getting all the way to the bosses so you guys can see all the wacky stuff they do.
Well, you got there once.
Yeah, they did their tag team attack where they grab you and toss you in the air and one elbow drops you. Does a ton of damage. Uh-oh. That works.
I appreciate the slow-mo-ness of it.
That's another reason why the roulette's useful, because it lets you figure out what you're going to do, if nothing else. In addition to tracking to the nearest enemy and locking you on.
It gives you that hot second to think.
Whoops, didn't want to grab that, but alright. Yeah, and in hard mode, you need all the time you can get to think before the enemies are in your face, slapping you, kicking you. As we'll see once we get to the female enemies, they will kick you in the junk, just like I'm doing.
Well, listen, they're doing it out of malice. You're doing it to survive. There's intent.
Okay, let's see. Didn't get a attention card. Would have been nice.
Well, you still got another box to break, I think.
Yeah. Nope. Got one more.
Well, what matters, it's not whether you win or lose. It's that you don't come home a loser.
I'm dead. If you lose, doesn't that automatically make you come home a loser, though?
I mean, I guess. I don't know, my dad's advice to me when I was a kid was, if you don't come home a winner, don't come home at all. So...
That's a terrible thing to tell a child.
Yeah. I know, Penguin, you might actually call it. You might actually have got the number right directly on
I've been
the
looking.
head.
We're on 24?
Well, we picked at the beginning how many deaths we thought you were going to do.
Yeah, you said 35, right?
I said 35 and Penguin said 25, so I'm just saying Penguin might actually do it.
Well, we've got 13 minutes.
Yep. We'll see how many you can do in 13 minutes.
Alright. Need to do more of that. Less getting socked.
You need to do more beating them up and less letting them beat you up.
Thanks, Wazy. That's very helpful.
You're welcome. Assistant Coach Wazy.
What incredible, insightful advice.
Woo. Pro gamer tip. Try winning.
The problem with the
Winners
berserk.
don't lose.
The Berserk card works pretty good one-on-one, but it won't stagger multiple enemies because the camera tries to lock on. Ah.
That's fair.
Still alright.
Do
That
you think if you press the buttons harder, do you think that will make it work better?
no, but it will break my controller faster.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
Man, I'm trying to get the crates to track when they're doing the headbutts, so it staggers them and it's going right over their heads. Not helpful.
I see this.
Uh-oh.
Penguin
Wait.
says 25 is my favorite number, and you know what's funnier than 24? 25. Snake says also I want an arcade stick for Persona 4 Ultimax.
We need to get
I mean Ultimax, but okay.
we need to get a crew together when that game comes out. I'm very excited to play it.
I gotta remember how to play it. I remember I was boss at it because it was just like Persona is my jam. But
Are you gonna get it on console though?
well, I already own it on the first console it came out. Like I own the special edition where I got a Teddy Bop It bag. So like, but I'll probably pick it up on whatever thing I can get it on. And I think they're only releasing it on PC, if I recalled correctly.
Oh, it's Steam release, right?
Yeah, I think it's just gonna be Steam for Ultimax.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Who did you
Penguins
main?
as well.
Was it you?
I usually mained you, but I think I also did Chie as well because Chie is my favorite.
Oh, Chie was a
I think
lot
it
of fun.
Just like forced myself to be good at Chie.
Super rushdown. Chie was my secondary, and I made Naoto first. Just because she played different from everybody else in most fighting game archetypes with her traps and her gun.
Actually, I really liked how Rise played in that.
Did you ever play? Wait, Ultimax was the one with the P3 characters, right?
Yeah, that was the one that was upgraded that had Yukari and everybody in it.
I never did try out Culprit. He looked fun though.
Oh yeah. I was like, what do you mean by that? And then I realized you're doing spoiler free, and I was like, oh, I get it. He was fun, if I recall, because I remember I played like every aspect of that game I could. Penguin says, Wazy, I just want to let you know that even though I may taunt you, I do like you, and you're funny to watch. Well, thank you, Penguin, but also, go fuck yourself.
Oh, you broke the
Sorry,
kayfabe,
Emma.
man. Why'd you do that?
Yeah, listen. Listen, I can't express emotions well. So go fuck yourself. But, well, thank you. Penguin says it's on console as well as for PS4 and Switch. Also, I heard a rumor that they're going to be putting Persona 3 Portable on Switch for the 25th anniversary. So if they actually do that, I will be hyped. But right now, it's just rumored.
25th anniversary of the series or of that game? It hasn't been that...
The series. It has not been 25 years since Persona 3 came out.
I was gonna say that would make me very, very sad.
That came out 2012, I think. 26.
Persona 3 came out before 2010. I'm pretty sure it came out like 2000.
I'm finding out right now. I'm literally Googling it.
Well, at least when it came out in the West. I don't know when it came out in Japan.
Initial release was 2016.
16?
Or sorry, 2006. Sorry.
Hey, same year as Godin. Good year.
It came out in North America 2007.
There you go.
Actually, 2 days before my birthday, 2007.
I didn't play P3 right when it came out because the regular version came out in the West, and then Fest came out, right? They didn't come out at the same time. Yeah,
They did not.
I picked it up when Fest came out because by then people were already talking about it.
Yeah, me as well. I never played the original Persona 3. I only played FES and then Portable, and then 4, and then Golden, and then 5, and then Royal.
I remember seeing on the internet this crazy new Japanese RPG where high school students shoot themselves to summon ghosts, which is not totally incorrect, I guess.
It's not completely incorrect, but it's not quite how I would describe it either.
That's good marketing. I think as a game journalist who said that, I was like, good marketing.
Snake says, "Oh, you mean the true killer, Nanako Dojima?" Yes. Shh, that's a spoiler. It's not. Nanako is the 8-year-old.
Secret boss Shin Nanako. Okay, let's get some distance.
I think actually Matt bought me Persona 3. I didn't know anything about that, and about it, and then he bought me it. And was like, "Here, you will like this." And I was like, "Okay."
Surprise, I brought you a franchise commitment.
Yep. It was like, "All right. This is mine forever now."
Now before...
Which made sense, because, like, when 4 came out, I was like, "Oh, fuck yeah," I was so excited for 4. And then 5 came out, and I was so excited for 5, but, like, at the end of the day, 4 is still my favorite out of the 3. The 3.5 that I've played.
So you played 4 on the PS2 originally?
Yes. I have also played a good chunk of 2, but I've never actually beaten 2.
I missed the boat on 4 on PS2, and I didn't play it until Golden came out on Vita. I bought a Vita for it specifically. Uh-oh.
Oh, me too. I bought a Vita for it, and then I specifically called into work sick to go buy it.
I ended up getting some other things on Vita that I really liked too, but I remember when they announced it was going to be exclusive to that, it's like, yeah, that's probably worth buying it. And they'll have lots of other good games on the system, and then that didn't happen.
And then it didn't happen.
Like, there's good stuff on Vita, but as far as, like, compared to the 3DS for support and games, just bizarrely absent for things outside Japan. Just crazy, because it was good hardware. It ran really well.
And it had decent battery life, too. Like, it wasn't as indestructible as something Nintendo would put out, I'd say, but it was still good.
Uh-oh. Yeah, I still have my Vita sitting around here somewhere. It still works, and I can play some old games like Disgaea 2 and 3, P3P, Dissidia. I really like Dissidia.
Matt is saying something here, and I'm going to correct him on it. He says, "Our copy of Persona 4 is signed by Yuri Lowenthal, the voice of Yosuke," which is correct. And he said, "Our Persona 3 FES is signed by Yuri Lowenthal and Tara Platt," and he said it was Junpei Mitsuru, and I am debating him on that. Yuri was not Junpei, Matt. Yuri was somebody else in that game. I can't remember who right now.
Didn't he play MC?
Not Junpei. Oh, he might have been. Because I think Johnny Young Bosch was
Didn't Liam O'Brien play Akihiko?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, sounds familiar. AKA the eventual always Persona cast of voice actors who were in every Persona game.
Have you ever played the Tales of series?
I have not.
Like the Tales of Abyss and stuff. Okay, funny story about Yuri Lowenthal. He was the voice of one of the. He was the English voice of the main character for one of the games, Tales of Abyss, and one of the later games that came out, Tales of Vesperia. They loved Yuri so much that they named the main character Yuri Lowell, based off Yuri Lowenthal, because they wanted to pay tribute to him.
Jesus. I had not heard that. That's kind of cool.
I think he was Luke. Matt can correct me on that if I am wrong on that. Snake says, "Johnny Young Bosch is a Power Ranger." That is also true.
Yeah, he was the Black Ranger, right?
Yeah.
And then he was every shonen protag under the sun.
He was, and I think, Yeah, I did meet him. Yes, he was very nice when I met him. I met him at an Odafest. We've got 2 minutes, Raku. How many more deaths do you think you're gonna survive?
It'll depend on whether or not I can get past these two guys.
I believe you. And here is a strawberry. I bet if you punch that box, it'll be a strawberry.
Nope.
I dreamed.
Ah, she's going for smash. I missed. One thing I can.
A Power Ranger was the principal of my middle school. What?
Which one? That maybe original cast from season 1?
Maybe.
That is interesting trivia from Penguin. Yeah, Penguin. So it's very unlikely I'm gonna get further than we've seen today. Between now and next time, what I can try and do is do some of the arena fights since you get cash and see if I can get some upgrades.
Get stronger.
Yeah, as much as I'd like to say the next stream isn't going to primarily be devoted to getting through this, chances are it will, because this is a tough fight. This is a tough fight normally. See if we can give it one more go and then we'll wrap up.
Penguin says Michael Gatto, the White Ranger, was my principal. He was so nice. Oh, that's wild.
Huh. This is way after the show was done, I'm assuming.
I assume so. If your principal was like moonlighting as a Power Ranger, that would be pretty fucking wild.
Stranger things have happened.
Also, Penguin, I don't think we're accurate because I have 30. I have 30 on my list.
Oh boy.
And I think I've been a very good assistant coach on picking out how many deaths. But I might have got over eager and marked one down. But I'm very sure we're at 30, Penguin. We'll debate this in the comments.
Alright, let's do this. I'm going to go back to the store and look at how many upgrades I have available.
Okay.
And then I'll see if I can get some unlocks next time in between now and then. So we load this. Go to shop. Unfortunately, you can't
you
do
won, Wazy, congrats. I was 31, so I was the closest. I was the closest without going over.
Alright, let's see what we got. Get 1 tension. I'm not going to bother with this. Technically, if this is the only thing here, then grinding isn't going to get me anything, because these unlock as you get further in the game.
Yeah.
I could do some arena fights and try and get some better techniques.
And possibly roulette. I can't remember if roulette is available in that or not.
Not at this point. One thing that's helpful if you really play well in that Q&A fight, if you can keep 2 orbs stocked and keep it until the bosses jump in, they have one attack where they sort of team up and then they grab each other and kind of this combined attack. You can drag and kick them both at the same time and stack a ton of damage. So usually you want to save it for that.
Drag and kick their ass into the Milky Way.
Yeah, you got to be kind of careful with the timing, but you can do that and kind of cut the fight down.
Huh.
Back fist strike might not be bad. I will think about that for next time. And go save. The arena I'm talking about's over here. There's a sequence of set fights against enemies you get cash for beating, but you can only do so many of them before you have to progress in the game to unlock. Or I could go to the casino if I really hate myself and try and win money. It's over. I think it's over here. But there's not much unlocked, so I can only buy so much anyway.
That's fair. Do we want to call the stream here?
Yeah, I think that will do it for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this introduction to the giant world of pain that is God Hand. It's a fun game, but it ain't easy.
I hope you guys are ready for more deaths next time.
So, we were in 31 total.
Yep, we ended with 31.
Okay, so I'm gonna task you with something while we're playing this game on stream, Wazy. Just
No, homework.
in total, just write it down somewhere, or send it to me in Discord.
Okay, I have it on a sticky note, so I'll just keep it there.
You can, or you can just chat it to me and say like session 1, 31, and what we can do is twofold, and I'll let you decide since the punishment kind of directly affects you. I can either do the gifted subs after each session, or we can wait till I get to the very end and I do it all at once. I don't have a preference. I don't really care.
I feel we should wait till the very end because, like, if you wind up in the thousands of death, we don't want to, like, put you in the poorhouse. So, like, we can amend what it will be depending on how many deaths there are.
Okay. As we said, 20 is 1, so you earn yourself 1.
We're currently saying 20 is 1, so currently you're at 1.
And that was about 4 screens in the first stage. Each stage has, I think it's probably like 8 or so sections, roughly. And I think there's like 8 or 9 stages. And they get harder. So if I get through the entire playthrough with less than like 5,000 deaths, 5,000 might be high, but it could be like as much as 2,000, I think. We'll see.
We're gonna have to take our socks off, everyone, to count all these deaths.
If I get 5,000, I have to buy Wazy a car.
Sweet. I mean, it won't be a good one, but wait, no, you have American money. That's way more than Canadian money. You can afford more here.
But yeah, it was fun. Not having to watch chat and having the banter was really fun. So thank you, Wazy of Team Toxicure, CEO of Team Toxicure. Thank you for jumping to co-host.
Thank you for having me on and letting me berate you and make an ass of myself within 5 minutes.
I don't know when I'm going to be streaming God Hand again. I know things are going to get busy with the holidays, but I do like the idea of having co-hosts on for this one because it's easier to manage. So I will figure that out and then we'll coordinate because chat doesn't know this, but I've also invited Matt, the VP of Team Toxicure, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
I've invited him on to co-host too. Potentially him or Wazy, since 3 of us talking at once might be a bit chaotic. But that also is probably going to be a thing in the future, and you can see how much different the vibe is when I don't have someone yelling at me constantly.
So you know what that means, chat? I'll be back, and that's a fucking threat.
Hopefully with more knowledge of European languages.
You know what, Raku? You can shut all the way up.
Hey, don't look at me. Alright, folks, we're going to go ahead and call it here, so I will catch you guys in the next stream. Have yourselves a good evening. Say goodnight, Wazy.
Night, Wazy.
Alright, let me do this up here.